Welcome to the Late Sesh, everybody. What is going on this evening? Look at everybody
Yours.
smiling, except for
Wow.
Baked. He is furiously at work, scrolling Facebook still, I think. Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh
He's got his
God.
tongue out. He's so focused.
We were just having a discussion about Boomer with his we thought that he was actually like learning something or maybe even thinking about eating a new food or something, but then nope, but he is scrolling Facebook like it's
And yawning
2007.
like a motherfucker.
You
Checking
don't
out
have
all of it.
Facebook? None, raise your hand if you have a Facebook. Oh, okay. So about half.
Oh, I mean, my hand.
He
is
has-
So about half.
Oh, more than half. All right.
Interestingly enough, the
So-
youngest
sounds
people.
sounds
the
like
youngest
it's
people
still
raised their
still
hand.
going.
That was
Hey, I
interesting.
know,
The
man.
youngest
Yeah.
people raised their hands on that.
I have it. I just have not looked at it in years.
I only do it to like post things to show my family usually.
Yeah, I got all my old family and friends.
But I got one. I like had to lie about my age when it came out to say that I.
Oh shit.
You're one of those, huh?
Yeah, one of those terms of service breakers.
Wow.
Wait till Zuckerberg finds out, Becca.
Yeah, you wait.
You are canceled,
Oh,
The
sister.
jig is up.
Unbelievable.
Try me.
Yo, fuck that place.
But I don't use it. Was really popular for a minute. I have like old posts where it's like it used to be like your name and then it would say is, and then you could say whatever you were doing.
Yes.
It would be
MySpace used to be popular too.
doing homework or like
so is
all
Zanga.
stupid things, and now they pop up as memories, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Who gave children the ability to post online?
Oh man.
name, but that wouldn't help the channel. Okay, let's see here. This is for you. You have 10 or 15 minutes on yours.
Look what I got today.
Ooh.
Oh, you got a
What
re-up.
favorite that? I can't see it.
Hocus Poison.
It's delicious.
Oh.
Ooh, that looks really good.
Yeah.
Oh,
those are good.
so tasty. And then he saved he had one of these left. It's Poison Punch. And I'm
Nice.
pretty sure it was a cross that he grew between Garlic Punch and Durban Poison. And it
I like
created
it.
this. So this one's
Which one's your favorite?
I really love the Garlic Punch, but I really like the Hocus Poison. It's super flavorful.
I like Hocus Poison. Yeah.
I think it's like a little mixture of a couple of the strains.
Looks good.
Yeah, I think it might be the Hocus Pocus and Durban Poison.
That's
Hocus
what I'm thinking.
Poison.
But
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
think maybe he grew that plant. I just don't remember
think
hearing
the-
him talk about it.
Wasn't the Hocus Pocus a blend? Was it a
I don't remember. It's hard to keep up with all that newfangled stuff, I'm getting old and
products, let alone everybody else's?
the world's
Right, man.
talking
Right.
about
We're doing great things for the world.
For the world.
Cheers,
So I got a more of a late sesh related question for you guys. What's your favorite Christmas cookie? What do you like?
What are those ginger snap? There's a ginger snap cookie.
That's
Ginger
all,
snaps are pretty good.
any time of the year cookie, right?
Oh well, no. Becca just reminded me. It's the no bake cookie.
Really?
Okay. Okay.
Well, not okay. I guess maybe there's a couple different.
That's an any time of the year cookie.
Specifically the
That's all right.
cocoa powder, peanut butter,
Oatmeal.
coconut, oatmeal.
Butter.
Yeah, that specifically. Mama Red would.
Spartan went and got
Sorry.
Brought snacks. He was like, "Fuck
I
you,
like
guys.
it a
I'm
lot.
getting snacks, man."
I just got them in the mail today, actually, from my mom.
Oh man, let's see.
Oh, nice.
Do a show and tell.
Are these from your mom?
So
Shout out to Mama Spartan.
She got cookies in the mail.
this is one of my favorites right here.
Ooh.
It's she calls them pina coladas or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like coconut.
I have all kinds of like broken ones in here too, but I got chocolate chip and I have the ones that usually have the
Oh yeah, those are my favorite.
Yeah,
Love
Hershey
them.
Kiss on top. Yeah, man.
they just fell out. They're still down in here.
It still
And,
tastes the same.
Yeah.
Then she did I really do love her gingerbread, and then she did something funny this year. I'm trying to take them that aren't all broken, but they're all fucking broken. But she took them and turned them upside down and turned them into mousse, so they sat like this with
Very
antlers.
cute.
I dig it.
So,
I dig it. I
that
see
was
Aren't
cool.
those reindeer?
down.
And then these are pistachio cookies, which are really good too. We
Yeah,
always call
dude,
them
those are really
frog
good.
fingers because they were long and skinny and green.
Nice.
I like it. That's a nice
So-
selection.
Yeah, to answer your question, just whatever mom sends me. Mom's Christmas cookies are my favorite Christmas
Do you
cookies.
have the sugar cookies with the fork pattern?
Not the sugar cookie like
That's
that.
the
No.
peanut butter one, Red.
The peanut butter. Yeah.
You're mixing your
Yeah, that would
cookies,
be
Red.
peanut butter. Yep.
Man, I love
You know,
peanut cookies.
I'm an old school fan of the windmill almond cookie. You know,
I love those
Oh,
too, Red.
yeah,
Those are
man.
delicious.
Yeah,
Really
Windmill
good.
are good. I like windmill cookies.
similar to those ginger
the
stuff.
Vormans.
And the ones with the butterscotch and the peanut butter chips, and they're like haystacks, I guess, or something like that. Those are good too.
Mm-hmm.
How about just a Werther's? Some Werther's hard candy. Good old Werther's.
It's your time to shine, Baked. Chime in.
Well, yeah, how old are you?
All right, if we're going hard candy, we were in line today at a store and I didn't see it, but I was checking it out. I like good old fashioned Lifesavers, not Lifesaver gummies. The fuck are Lifesaver gummies? I want Lifesavers. I want gummies.
Hard candy.
Harborough,
Okay.
Haribo gummy, but I like a good old fashioned Lifesaver.
I agree, Red. Remember those books that they used to give out in your stocking when you will probably don't.
Yes, the lifesaver
but you
books.
remember those, Gilbo? Yeah, they
Yeah,
give out
man.
these little books of lifesavers, and sometimes you'd get the shitty flavors.
Wintergreen, butterscotch.
I didn't want butterscotch. I wanted like the the fruity, multi-flavored.
One of the good ones, not the shitty ones.
Purple.
Yeah.
Purple. I'm a fan of the pineapple one. So
Oh, you can have all my pineapple.
And cherry.
Cherry.
Yep.
too
You
much
don't
like
like
a coffee.
pineapple ones baked?
We are doing the show
What?
in reverse this evening. We're starting off with the food rather than the typical fucking
Starting with
flotsam and jetsam we
the
start with.
candy. We're starting with the sugar.
That's a good band.
Starting with the sugar tooth here.
We're starting with diabetes this evening. Diabetes.
Diabetes.
I just had ice cream right before the show.
Nice.
I had a
And a
cookie.
lady picked up my favorite ice cream as a little gift.
What is your favorite ice cream?
I'm now. You're like 10 minutes.
I like Hudsonville black cherry ice cream.
That was just air. Don't worry about that. That's a.
DOG.
That's
Red,
just,
do you like Scooperman?
are we on ice cream now?
We're doing ice cream. We've pivoted to ice cream, bro.
Ice cream's like a
We're on another level, dude.
like a chocolate chunk. I'm a double
Mm.
chocolate fudge chunk, maybe a chocolate brownie, or
Okay.
or
Double chocolate guy.
Oreo cookie,
Ooh.
or a basic vanilla.
Just basically anything.
Just basically anything.
I don't know if this is
Superman ice cream. I did the Superman ice cream when I was a kid, and I never got onto
Blue Moon?
flavor. Yeah, like
Blue Moon?
I don't know if this is a Michigan thing or just a northern thing because when I moved to Texas, I couldn't find it. But I
Michigan.
still love fucking Moose Track ice cream. Every
Oh, yeah.
flavor. Moose Track, regular Moose Tracks, mint Moose Tracks,
Reese's
chocolate
one,
Moose
yeah,
Tracks.
all
I'm a red-
I've never seen mint moose track.
Mint Moose Tracks is fire.
That probably would
that's
be.
my mom's ice cream.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Fire.
Yeah, the cookies. I don't know. Can we
What?
go back to cookies?
Yeah, those
Yeah, man.
You don't eat ice cream either, baked?
What the fuck?
No, I
man?
eat ice cream. I eat
Oh.
all kinds of ice cream. But
Okay,
I
we
just
can go
forgot.
back to
I just
cookies.
remember Thin Mints, so I'm just gonna put my 2 cents in.
That's
I
what
want.
those
Thin
are
Mint.
good. Put 'em in
Okay.
the
Now I
Okay.
want a Thin Mint. Yeah, he
Yeah,
reminded me.
frozen one.
Yeah, fridge them or freezer them. No, ice cream,
Okay.
man. Let's see.
Isn't that,
Ooh.
isn't that
Mint
one,
ice cream.
isn't that one of
I
those-
like mint ice cream a lot, but right now I've been on the Gimme S'more. And it's like
Scuba-
it's Ben and Jerry's or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
got like these chunks of like whatever they think a s'more tastes like, and it's delicious.
Does
Does
it
it taste like a
Marshmallows.
s'more to you?
And graham cracker.
Yeah.
Does it taste like a s'more to you?
No, it's like a tastier cookie dough.
Oh,
I don't know.
does it
I
make
don't know what it
you
is.
crave some more?
More of the ice cream, yeah.
I thought you would pick cinnamon toast crunch, babe.
Ice cream? No.
Yeah, man.
I don't like when they recreate all the crap into other crap. It's usually not like that good. I've tried some things that I was like, oh, that should never have been recreated.
I
Or
love
something that
coffee
was-
ice cream, just regular straight coffee ice cream.
See, that's okay,
Muffin.
but I'm talking about like they got like fruity pebble ice cream and
Right.
and all the cereals are
Just
now
vanilla
ice cream.
with fucking cereal jammed in it and spun.
Daddy Red says butter.
What? Hold on though. Vanilla is the vanilla is a broad subject. There's about 3 or 4 different types of vanilla. You got
Right.
vanilla bean. You got home style or something like
I
that.
hate to tell you, but all the vanilla comes from a bean.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, but not all the
Not the
vanilla ice
artificial
cream is the
shit.
same. That's like
Well, that's
saying
not
all
vanilla,
coffee is
then.
the same.
I
It all
didn't say
comes
all
from the
coffee's
coffee
the same.
bean.
Get him, Spartan. Fuck that shit. Don't let him fucking.
There's
I
4
can
types
tell
of
you- I can
vanilla.
tell you that I
You
dislike
want me
all
to pull up the
coffee
vanilla?
equally.
Hey man, I bet there's more.
Oh, you don't like straight vanilla?
I
I
bet
like
there's
vanilla.
varieties of vanilla, and we're just stuck with that one kind of vanilla because it's been commercialized vanilla, and there's probably some really good vanilla out there, and we don't even know it.
Oh yeah, the actual plant.
Like real deal vanilla, man. Yeah, like there's probably like 15 or 16 or subcategories of vanilla that you can
There's
tap
like
into different flavonoids of
I'm gonna
vanilla,
look up vanilla price graphs
From
because I think it's
Madagascar.
only gone up.
and then throw in the terroir. Yeah, Scobo, Madagascar terroir, or Tahitian terroir, and then
You know they harvest vanilla from beaver anal glands.
No, they're from fucking vines. What are you
Vanilla
talking
is a
about?
plant.
Google it, man.
It's from orchards.
What the hell?
I'm googling it.
All right,
Yeah.
so,
Google it.
Don't Google it.
my
You don't
logic
wanna-
stands.
No.
I'm
I think you're
serious.
My
thinking
logic
of
still stands
imitation
on
vanilla.
Banks, look it up.
different varietals of beaver that may produce different phylactants that may
I think
produce
it's called castorum.
sulfur,
I'm
volatile,
afraid to Google anything you're suggesting.
the different volatile sulfur compounds that the different beavers may produce, depending on if there's a Madagascarian beaver versus a Tibetan beaver versus a Michigandan.
There's the blue ras beaver too.
Yeah,
I'm
and,
done with all this beaver talk.
and you may get different flavonoids of vanilla.
Not yet. Not yet. We're not
My
finished.
point was
Just
grow
hang around for a
vanilla.
minute.
Grow your own vanilla. Start now because it takes a while. I think.
Well, the Michigan beaver vanilla is much better than the
Gross.
anywhere else beaver vanilla.
There is no.
What about
Beaver
Canadian
vanilla.
beaver vanilla?
Well, local. I want my vanilla as local as possible. I don't want
About a
any
Canadian
produce.
The
beaver
closest
bacon
to-
bomb thing.
So I would
Okay.
definitely prefer vanilla bean over the other source of vanilla if it is in fact beaver.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
This isn't the game we were teasing last night, is it? Of all these food things sequence, you've
I'm-
returned
No.
to bring the.
I'm
He's
not
looking up the
sure.
beaver thing. It looks like he's
Is
still.
our game how many
How many beavers does it take to make a fucking pint of ice cream?
artificial flavors come from animals? Is that the
I
game?
think somebody who took some RSO or something today and forgot about the game altogether and is scrambling right now.
What are you talking about? I'm
Oh,
looking
shout
up
out Medical
these
Mondays in
beavers.
chat. I see Berg in chat. They had a good show today. They
Probably
really
Hear
are.
the medical Mondays?
You guys should check that one out. They had Chillinois podcast on there, which is a pretty cool looking podcast. He's like trying to document, not trying, he's documenting the entire cannabis legalization snafu history of Illinois, basically. And he's keep track of it. He's got it all annotated, and he's got this big long document he had with him. It was pretty interesting to hear how a lot of these MSOs that we like to, point out how shitty they are. A lot of them started right there in Illinois from what, the insider kind of trading stuff that goes on when they're trying to craft the law. It's funny, he was even saying that the original law, the very first language, they had home grow for everybody and all that in there. But then when the MSOs got in, or what became the MSOs got in there and got their hooks in the lawmakers, now they can't even grow. It's ridiculous. That was the first half. The second half, they had Michael Thule, who is longtime activist here in the state of Michigan. And because I've seen him at all the things I've been at. I'm sure he's been at many more before me. But he was one of the guys that got raided. by the Michigan State Police recently. And so it was interesting to hear about that and how that went down and how he's doing in his battle with the state right now.
What happened with that? Did they take him in?
He bonded out right now, but he's got a bunch of charges, and he's running. He runs a place that does the certifications. He also has like a lot of CBD products, and he helps people with cancer, doing oil, with oils and things like that. He's got a lot of stuff going on, and they're going to. I mean, I don't know. It all depends on how this thing goes. He still has the he hasn't even been formally. He knows what charges they're gonna be. Like, they didn't even get police report yet, so he doesn't even have a lot of the information yet. So he's kind of just guessing.
Yeah, it's got to go to the grand
Yeah.
jury.
But he's got a good lawyer. I mean, a big lawyer name in our space, in the cannabis space, Michael Corman, I believe. So at least he's got a good lawyer. See what happens.
Someone who's hip to the tricks, man.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out. He's using a couple of different defenses, like Section 8 defense. That was a 2008 law for the medical side. And in Section 8, it says if you'd ever gotten a doctor's recommendation, you don't actually have to keep getting it. You've already been proven that you need it, and that's proof enough, and you should be able to have as much cannabis as you need to help you with that disease. And that's me paraphrasing what Section 8 says, and people have been using that to get off on things. They have really good lawyers and can use that. But
I like that.
yeah, but it's being tested more and more, and it'll be interesting to see how this case goes.
I've always thought that because, like in Florida, for instance, when I first got my medical card, I got it for one chunk, which is 6 months or 7 months. It's something stupid like that.
Holy shit,
It's
that's
so
short.
expensive, I didn't re-up it. And let's say you get it for anxiety. Oh, so you're telling me I cured my anxiety off of marijuana
In 7 months.
7
right?
months? Well, you're admitting that marijuana is a drug that can do something no pharmaceutical has ever even come close to doing as far as curing it, because I
Yeah.
don't need it. Like, get the fuck
Right.
out of
Right.
here.
Xanax doesn't cure anxiety either. It's used episodically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have a need for it, there you go. You
Right.
have it there.
So I like that, yeah. If a doctor says you got an issue, yeah, you shouldn't really have to go back.
Yeah, you can you can still pull it up on the Michigan website. The old 2008. It's not old. I mean, it's still in effect. The Michigan Medical Marijuana Act of 2008.
Cool.
And then there in Section 8, there's that defense. And you can highlight it and print it on your wall if you want to.
Yeah. Frame it.
Wallpaper.
Section 8.
I hear you, babe.
What are you smoking on? Oh, they're dabbing some Fragoli down there?
Oh,
Nice.
Burley's in the chat now. You can ask him what was the cross you guys were wondering about.
Hocus Poison.
Hocus Poison for Burley. What was
Yeah,
the?
what-
Is that a blend or is that a strain? Hocus Poison.
Blend.
Sounds like a Durban Poison and like a Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
I think that's what sequence was.
What was Hocus Pocus? Is that a strain or is that a blend?
That's a movie.
I thought it was the Hocus Focus, Red. That's sitting out in the driveway.
A hoagie fogey.
I just tried the Poison Punch the first time. So tasty.
Is that what that was?
So it's Durban Poison plus Mr. Clean plus Clementine.
There it is.
That sounds good.
Yep.
I
I do.
told
See, I
you the
remember. it in the
Clementine
blend.
comes out certainly.
Yeah, Clem.
I knew the Hocus
And I
Pocus
really
was a
like Mr.
brand.
Clean. And
I love Durban Poison, so any of those I'm going to be loving.
I think Hocus
like-
Pocus was Mr. Clean and Clementine. For my guess.
I liked both those flower samples you gave me baked, the Chernobyl and the Functified. But the Chernobyl, I didn't feel like the flavor came through as strong as I was hoping.
Right.
That's what I told, and
Yeah.
TJ disagreed.
I get the
He goes,
lime.
I tasted it. I went, okay, all right. I get the lime too.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I'm
not saying I
like-
don't
I'm
get.
like,
I'm not saying I don't get the flavor,
For
but
how
I'm not getting.
fucking stinky it is, you would
Yeah,
think it would taste a lot more, and it's yeah. So we'll
Baked
work
out.
on that though.
The Functified, though, is for real.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Functified
nice.
number
Oh,
2. That
This-
one
yeah,
I'm
that one's
liking.
like- Yeah, me too, man. That one
I
is
just
like,
smoked a couple of joints of it.
and that's a good name for it because it's a real funky, man.
Yeah, it's weird.
Definitely
It's
funky.
weird. But I got a bunch more seeds of that, so I'm excited because both the 2 I popped are both like, one's just really good looker, you know, and taster and smeller. It's kind of grapey. That's the first one. And then the second one's like this one. It still looks good, it smells good, and it gets me really high. So I'm excited to see what the other seeds have.
That one really looks. I like the between the two. I thought that was the better look and flavor. The number 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it just grows weird. It's a weirdo. And did I show you the one plants that kind of do they grow straight up and then they act as if they hit a net and they'll do a little curve and come back on their own without
I don't
hitting a
think you
net?
should.
Oh yeah, I've got a garlic sauce number 2 that did that, and the Functified 2 did that.
Sorry.
And then another notable characteristic. All the fan leaves are like a blessing to prune because it's like the fan leaves that you barely touch and they come off. You know, they just
Snap
click
right
off.
off, man.
Nice.
Done with the plant.
I
But
love
it's
that.
ugly. They're like really serrated, really, but dank ass weed. So I
You
got, I
know-
got both of them still. So we'll see.
You mentioned the leaves, the fan leaves that snap off these. That gave me a flashback to the kind that don't, and it almost acts like a banana when it goes to snap, and it just has a long stringer, and you're like, motherfucker.
Oh,
man.
we call them stringers. Yeah, well,
Big
yeah,
stringer.
that's stringers piss me off. That's why I don't like jealousy.
That's
You want
almost
to
the-
talk about? You want to talk
That's
about
why.
strains that do that? Jealousy, 1,000 little branches, and they do that. Pain in the butt, and you get some
Oh man.
good smelling stuff. I don't like the smell of it. It's flowery.
You get good and smelling and tasting stuff.
But
Chelsea's
no,
good.
yeah. Yeah, I take note of that. Like that, you start noticing all that stuff, and like, I should make I want to make a form of like a checklist of
Check box.
for each pheno and strain, and just like how easy was it to defoliate? You know, how are the leaves? How is the
Tall or
oh,
short.
you know that I
bushy.
have a spot where I can put massive stringer, you know, because it's if it's something you really like and it's got those traits, you can work them out with other strains, with some breeding, I think. So
Oh, and Rusty Nails has a tip in chat says get in the habit of snipping the leaves and the leaf bones will dry up and fall off before the harvest. Now I just gotta say, you want something that irritates me far more than fucking stringers is all those little dry fucking pieces of fucking
Crow's feet,
stem
man.
every goddamn where. No, I'm gonna say no on that
wait,
one.
you mean like snipping them with a scissor?
Yeah, then leaving just like 1/8 of an inch or a little bit left, and then that dries up and flakes
Yeah.
off, falls all over the goddamn
Yeah.
place.
We got a guy that sometimes comes to work and he does those, and without a scissors he breaks them in half. So like you'll go through and you'll be looking at these plants and there's all these like inch and a half stems of leaves still on the plant. You're just like, well, we're gonna
You're
have to
just
go
not-
through and get those.
Fucking new
You
guy,
gotta be talking
FNG,
about
man.
Jack. You gotta be talking
Hey.
about Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But
At that point, you're just creating more work for somebody else, and it's not being efficient use of time. There's so
Yeah,
many
'cause we don't-
plants.
we
it's
don't
more
wanna-
time.
we don't want to leave
yeah, a
them
couple
on and
plants at
risk
home
like
is one
one
thing.
rotting or something. You never know. Might as
Yeah,
well
a couple
snap
plants at home is
everything
one
off.
thing, but having 1,000 plants like that, it's just it becomes a
Yeah.
mess quick.
Yep. Yeah. Well, let's see. I harvested garlic sauce number 1.
I harvested Vortex. I'm waiting for that. I can't wait for that
Nice.
to dry. I'm gonna pop. I think probably. I don't know. I have to count how many different fucking strains I have now, but 2 pop. But I think I'm gonna pop 2 or 3 strains of the ones that I made within a week or 2. Gonna be
What
on-
all do you have?
Well, my Vortex F2s,
Yep.
and then my Vortex crosses. So I've got Donnie.
Oh, I want
I've got
that.
that one's Spartan Puke.
Yeah, I want Spartan Puke.
Okay, and then I'll get you some. And then I got the Vortex Snow Can. I'm calling Snow Devil. Then I got what do you see? Vortex Cobra Milk, Vortex Limelight, and that's it.
All right, the Limelight will be good. You had a really good pheno of Limelight, I think. Even if you didn't.
Yeah.
But that'll
So
be
why do you
some.
think
I
it
don't
was
know.
good, Baked? Did you like the flavor of it?
His was really gassy, but lime, and it
Yes,
came
yes.
through on the the flavor came through on the smoke. I can't really remember the high right now, but
I think it was uppy. It was more like uppy high.
yeah, but you can always work that when you have something like Donnie or GMO around. You can
Yeah.
always figure that out with a quick cross of that. But yeah, that's why I liked it. It was just the flavor. It was real, like you smelled it. It was real good, and then you tasted it, and it was what you smelled. But yeah.
I'm not huge on gas, so when they're stronger on the gas, I usually shy away from it.
Oh, I like it.
Bring it
I mean,
back.
I like
Speaking of puke, TJ got a pack of Skunk House called Special Larry, and the description is pukey, fruity, puke OG hurts.
Oh Jesus!
So the funniest thing that happened, he finally gets it. He got it on what was it, Black Friday? You know, all the seed sales.
Oh, this
So he
is
got it.
okay.
Yeah, and it comes in the mail, and it's fucking old, and I'm talking even from the pictures on my phone he sent me, you could tell it's
Terrible.
old weed, like
Yeah.
5-year-old ground up, ambered up weed instead of seeds in the bag. He's like, what? And he ordered this straight from the breeder Skunk House's website. He's like, oh shit.
Like
So he doesn't.
eggs.
Yeah, the seed bags, and it was just full of
fucking shit weed.
maybe 1.5 grams, 2 grams of shit weed.
I
So
can't
he
believe
doesn't have social media, and he's like, "What the fuck?" He texts me, so I'm like, "Well, let me hit them up for you. I'm sure something happened because that's from the direct breeder." And they end up linking me up with Respect on Discord, but then I ended up getting an email that I got to my buddy TJ, and he ended up whoever he contacted is taking care of him, but I talked to Respect on Discord, and Respect
Who's
ended
this?
up. It's apparently Skunk House works with Respect. So if you look at his packs, I have one around. I
And
think
is Respect a company name or is this a person's name?
it's a guy. It's a breeder.
Okay.
So Skunk started working with Respect. I don't know, 2 years ago. Have you heard of Reunion OG?
Nope.
Oh, he uses that in some of his stuff, but that's what he has. Anyways, so they're working together, but he said that this happens because they were at an event and you know how people give you weed and they just shoved in some extra special Larry packs, and then when they were leaving, they thought it was seeds, so they packed it up with the rest of the seeds.
I see.
But he ended up saying he had happened to him once before, and he called the guy to make it right. And I went, man, if you called my buddy, you would make his year because he's a little fanboy of Skunk and y'all. And he ended up calling him today, and they bullshit about genetics and stuff. And
No shit.
he's
That's
sending
cool.
him out 2 packs of Special Larry. And so
Dope.
yeah, I thought that was neat.
Dude, I love Larry OG, man.
That's
great
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, dude, the Larry is what makes a lot of Skunk House's stuff really good, and that's what makes I think the Donnie that funky weird, like it's like GMO but like its own sweet kind of GMO or something.
That's what was in the Han Solo too, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Cool little story from today.
Well, that's a cool story because at first I was thinking to start saying "fuck that," those breeder, but they made it right. So it sounds like they went above and beyond.
No, they're making it more than right because they're not only doing that, they're giving him some packs extra beyond that or something. I don't know. They talked or something, Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool.
That's super cool. I mean, I couldn't be happier if that happened to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, I was like, you're patient, and now you're getting more than you even paid for. So
Like getting a golden ticket when you didn't even realize it.
Yep.
I hope you told them that that's the power of social media.
I kind of want. He was like, "Thanks, man." I was like, "Yeah, see, you kind of need an account.
Yep.
It's useful to be on here. People use it because they didn't respond to his emails at first. I was
Yeah.
like, well, let me see if they'll respond to Instagram DM or something. So,
It's just like
try all the methods of communication when
try
you
all of
talk
them.
to breeders and stuff. Is my
Yeah,
tip.
don't just put them on blast first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking of maybe popping some F2s, popping some Donnie, and popping probably the Snow King.
So Spartan
Vortex.
Puke.
Yeah, what was his name? Shoot, I can't think of his screen name that he has on. We've been emailing back and forth, but on one of the shows I was doing, I was talking about the cross I made and why I picked each one. And for the Donnie and for the Vortex, I was saying, well, Vortex was the strongest thing I've smoked in the past. And it's the only thing I've puked on. And I said, and Donnie is probably the strongest thing recent history that I've smoked as far as potency goes. So that's just two strong ones. And then someone in chat suggested I call it Spartan Puke, and I thought that was perfect. He's going to make you puke if you smoke too much.
What do you mean you puked on it? You puke because on just that strain? Like
Yeah,
you got sick?
Yeah, it was one of those ones that didn't have a ceiling for me, so I was smoking it, and I was getting really high, like soaring high. Like it felt like you were sitting in your chair, but it felt like if you close your eyes, it felt like your fucking body just like shot into the sky or something. It was weird. And then I was like, cool. So I kept smoking it because it tasted really good. It was the one that I had was really like a lemony, really lemony. And so I kept smoking it. And then I started noticing that the room was spinny. Like when you get too drunk and the room spins and you shut the lights off and the room spins, you turn the lights on and you can kind of get it to calm down. It was the same kind of deal. I was like, wow, that's weird. So I kept smoking. And then I got sick. I just felt that sick feeling. You got real warm, you get sweaty. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to actually puke. So I had to run and puke, and then I put it down. But it was probably 3 years into me really smoking. So I wasn't super, super heavy smoker at the time. So it'll be interesting.
Same thing happened to me with Girl Scout cookies. I don't like cookies for that reason because I didn't smoke for a few years. And then I started smoking again. And the first thing that somebody gave me was a joint of Girl Scout cookies. And man, every time I smoked it, even after like continuously smoking for a while, every time somebody would give me Girl Scout cookies, and there was one time that I puked off of it. And the same thing happened to me. The room started spinning. I was outside at a bonfire, and I'm just sitting there going, uh-oh. I drink water. I was like, uh-oh. Oh, man.
Yep.
But I don't know, and I still stay away from it when I can.
It's just weird because I have to that's the one I had to throttle myself down on. I was like, I loved it. I could just smoke, a joint of it and be fine, but don't smoke 2 joints of it.
So did any of your Vortex phenos come out that strong?
So what do you mean? Come out to make me
Didn't
get
you
that
pop
high?
Vortex originally? That's how you got the males.
Yeah. So what I did was I popped a pack of seeds. I got 2 males, 2 females.
Yeah.
Put them all together. I took clones of everything. Well, no, I took a clone of the one female that I liked, and I took a clone of the one male I liked. I didn't clone the other 2. And then I grew those out. The original 4 stayed together, and they did an open pollination with each other, and that's what made the F2s. And then my chosen male and my chosen female were used in the other crosses. Well, the female wasn't used. I still have it, but it
How potent is the female?
it's hanging.
I don't think I got any of that. Oh, okay, I see. All right.
Yeah, it's drying.
Patience, baked patience, bro.
I didn't know he hadn't.
You didn't even get any, man.
I got Snow Cane times
man.
Vortex, so I'm like, how did that happen without getting a female yet?
Yeah.
But
How dare you not
Because it was
give
the
them-
male. Because I could use the
Yeah.
pollen. Yeah, I could use the pollen from the males to do all the crosses of my females I already had in flower. My other females. The vortex is on the cross. The vortex in my cross is the male.
Yeah.
Not the female.
To the snow cane that I got? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So my snow cane was the female. Vortex.
Your female's hanging.
My female's hanging.
Unpollinated. All right.
Well, not unpollinated. It's been pollinated with my selected male. So I have. So those ones will be a lot fewer seeds. I didn't do as many on that one. But that one will be like, I just want to see if there's because I'm just curious if there's going to be any kind of real difference between I selected a male and I selected a female of the two that I liked, and I crossed them together, and what their prodigy comes out to is I had a male I really didn't like, and a male I did like, and a female I didn't really like, and a female I really liked, and they're all in there together. And what is that going to be as seed stock as compared to a selected seed stock?
Okay. Yeah.
Science says that open pollination should be the far more different variation. I should have unlocked the genetics of that strain, or what's available in that strain, by doing that open pollination. Whereas me selectively collecting just one male, one female that I wanted, I'm more doing like a or more of a selection process there. It's more of a cultivation, I guess you'd call it. Whereas the open pollination is more like hands off. I didn't really have anything to do in that selection.
I wonder what the logic behind that is, because if you had enough time and space, you could cross every single one of those together individually in pairs,
Right.
So what's this, logic behind it unlocking? I wonder. Like,
you have a higher mix of genetics in the air.
Pollen on one female.
Yeah.
And it triggers something, maybe that's
well, there has been some things that are showing that when you grow a female, people will say that when you grow female plants with males around, that they'll get a different expression as if there are never a male around.
Yeah.
You remember what Kyle used to say?
What did he used to say?
Fuck you.
Way back in the day, he would be like, he'd say something about the plants grow better with the male plants around, or
I've heard all different people say that. I wasn't the only not the only one that could say that.
I can't remember how Kyle phrased it back in the day, but a couple of years ago he was talking about that in a very funny way.
Yeah, Baked. I think there's also like a resilience thing for the plant itself and population. When you add that open pollination adds diversity, right? It's going to add more diversity to like the next generation. And then the following generation after that will be more diverse as well. And then that allows for more phenotypical variations, which allow for better adaptation. So it allows for like stronger plant health and more like better adaptation in the family line to adapt to the new environment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or different, health pressures, environmental changes, over the millennia, the environment's going to change. Our CO2 levels are rising, things like that. Having more diversity in the genetic stock is supposed to allow to just help out with any type of pressures that might push a plant into resilience, make it better, more stronger, more stronger. There it is.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's why I adopt mutts instead of purebreds.
Exactly, Baked.
Yeah. And they're cheaper.
Yeah.
They usually come with their shots and neuters.
And they know that they've been saved, so they're forever grateful.
That's right.
Yep. I've had all my mutts have lived long, is all.
Yeah.
I've attributed that to that thing, like the whole they're mutts, so they've bred out bad things instead of keep breeding the bad things or keeping them in there.
And that's it.
They live way longer.
Because a lot of selection, well, when it's like Spartan said, when it's like cultivation selection, it's a human selecting, it's a human, in our case, a human selecting for a very specific trait to fit their niche probably
Yeah.
region or whatever it is. So it might be different all over the world or all over the universe for what we know. And as
Whoa,
I think that
The
nature,
universe, space weed.
dude, my mind just.
the best selection. Personally, I think that nature does the best selection. That's why I leave it up to nature to do the open pollination like Spartan did. We did a big open pollination in our yard as well this year. That way, and then we can do our selecting. And similarly, like with animals, we might select for like hair color or height or strength of teeth or whatever, and like other things go A-word because nature's selecting for all different sorts of stuff that we don't even see. Pathogen resistance, blah blah blah, whatever.
Well, the gene for legginess may also be the gene for airy buds.
Sure.
You know what I mean? They could be both dependent on the same.
Which could also be the gene for temperature resistance. You know what I mean? So like, hey, maybe maybe it works one way or the other, but maybe throughout time, maybe that temperature resistant gene allows for a more dense bud to have temperature resistance in its offspring.
Well, that's the beauty of the pack, though, is like, okay, there's 2, 4, 7 of us here. There's 10 seeds in a pack. Let's say we all pop them, but each in our own environment. If you were to take those same seeds and pop them in somebody else's environment, you may not see the exact same expression. So, I mean,
It's like the Pheno Hunt challenge was cool to do.
Yeah, but that doesn't change what's in it. That just changes the end result.
no, but it could be that
Based
my
on where it was
environment,
grown.
my environmentals are lopsided one way or the other,
Yeah.
and it can express differently in that environment. I'm thinking.
Eric has packs of Apollo 11 and Space Cheese. Space Cheese, yeah, that'll be a good one.
Man, I haven't heard of anyone growing cheese in so long.
I know, like, yeah. But when Tara and Nuttree brought
Cheesequake.
Cheesequake, I like that. I was
Me
like,
too.
that
I
was
really
a good
like
It's
one.
another old TGA sub cool fucking stuff.
Yeah, and they had a good Pheno wherever they got it. I can't remember, but yeah, hopefully that space cheese goes good for you, Eric.
I had a Apollo 13 F4, I think, which was it's super cheesy. That fucker just was like, I always said it was like moon cheese because it was really, really like yellow, limey green.
I say moon cheese is not a
What is
descriptive
moon
flavor.
cheese?
Moon cheese, man. Yeah.
That's not a known
Have you ever had
flavor.
it before?
I was wondering what that. I'm like, was that another strain?
He said it like everyone knows what moon cheese
Of course,
smells
everyone
like.
knows what that tastes like and smells like.
You haven't been to the moon to smell its cheese? It's on the dark side.
World.
Cheese from the moon.
Moon
I
cheese.
have
If
it
it's
in
anything like
my.
Yolanda, then I don't
Moon's
want
made
it.
of cheese. The moon is made of cheese.
It's in my Instacart, Red. I'll get it next week.
The moon is made
You
of
get it
cheese.
from Whole Foods?
That is the moon cheese.
I remember I grew a strain called Sticky Cheese that I got at the second Cannabis Cup in Michigan. Not the first one, the second one. But I remember I got a strain out of Detroit. I can't remember who was selling it though. It was some outfit out of Detroit though. And I remember I grew Sticky Cheese for a year.
Call it fondue.
Fondue.
Yes.
Or a fondue.
A fondue.
Yeah,
man. We are 16 minutes away from hash time for those of us that are really, really slow or can get sidetracked with some ADHD or something like that. Now would be the time to start moving towards your accoutrements that you'll need. Lighters, vapors, whatnot, all the other good stuff. If you guys have any questions, toss them in chat for us and check that you are in live chat rather than you were saying, Red.
What do you call a joint of cheese?
Cheese stick.
A fondue.
Same.
A joint of melted cheese. Sorry.
Crickets, just crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm gonna combine 2 phenos in my lungs.
We're doing the same thing. We've got a little bit of rainbow driver and GMO mixed up.
Ooh, that is a good mix, man.
Yeah, a crazy mix. Yeah, it's been.
I got funk number 1 and funk number 2.
Yeah.
Here, we'll show it off. Here's funk number 1.
Flex it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's not going to focus for him for once.
What are you talking about?
You got it. You got it.
That looks good. A little foxtaily.
That must be number 1.
Yeah, that's number one.
Yeah.
Is
There it is.
Why did you quit doing what you were doing and started doing
You-
something different?
You had it.
Hide your face.
yeah.
Hide your face.
Quit using
Wow.
eye peeking out. Stop using that.
I think
eye.
that was the right
Oh,
call.
Go back. Go. Nope. Back. There you go.
Back, my son. Move backwards.
Down. Up. Back a little bit more.
I can't believe you messed this up.
Hopeless.
Fail.
Oh well.
Fail.
Oh, sorry.
Guy gets
It's
a
really
haircut. Now he
frosty and
can't remember how to
tasty.
fucking get the shit to focus.
All right,
Yeah.
we're putting demoted to 5th.
Yep.
Devoted.
Fifth. Oh no.
Jesus.
You see how they treat us, chat? It's like China.
Is that why we're on the ball?
Social ranking.
You can invite him to the party, but you can't make him cool.
So here's the number 2. Look how different they look.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's see.
that's all Foxtail.
Yeah,
That is.
it's like super Fox. That was
Look
like
at that cross though.
so.
That was really good.
Look at this focus, though. By the way,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Spartan.
nice.
Spartan is in
Oh, you
here.
gotta have a
Oh, he
bigger
was
hand.
peeking behind his hand too.
I
just
guess-
to
I
be like,
guess
fuck you,
It's
babe.
bound to happen
You
sometime.
see
You
what
know?
he's doing.
And that's why Spartan keeps the first spot right now.
That's right. That's why he's in the first spot.
Broken clocks right twice a day.
I mean,
Cut off our game. How do we get on the top shelf?
I don't
You want to know the funny thing is
Oh,
though,
hell.
Baked, you're the one who bought this camera, Baked.
Did I?
You bought
That's
this
a-
camera in Florida, sent it to Sequence, and then he gave
Bro,
it
I
to
bought. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
That's what's
during all
funny,
the
dude.
shortages,
So
and
you're the reason for the. You can still claim the reason for the good focus was still because of you.
yep,
That,
I'll take that. I like it. You hear that? You hear that? That's a true friend right there. He twists things so that I get the credit.
Oh, top shelf. Yeah.
Becca was pretty whelmed when I moved you guys up to the top shelf.
Oh, no. And the joint is still.
Top shelf.
Yo,
Yeah, the joint is still.
I
Oh,
have
you can
trichomes
wear
in my
well over
eyes,
there.
so I'm
Just
temporarily
well.
blinded in one eye. Fuck.
Uh,
Hate it when that happens, man.
What would be good
Mm.
good entertainment would be if Spartan, if you did that cloud the other way and Skibble had a fog machine over there and it like blew a little cloud of smoke over to
oh,
We
There
need
you
a little
go.
more.
The stuff is
Look away
harder
from
than
it.
it looks with the mirrored screens and all that shit.
Yeah, you always have to look the
It's
opposite way.
all the time.
Oh, they are weird, crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
oh yeah. If I want to say, hey, Sequence, hey, Bailey.
See, Banks had
Yeah.
already hit
So I
to
gotta
it.
look to the left to see you on the right side of the screen.
Yep. Oh yeah, that is weird. I'm looking
Working
to the
on our
right,
Brady
see
Bunch,
you at
man.
the left. You want high five? Ready?
I
1,
see.
2, 3.
Who's nice? It worked. Hey. We are easily entertained, as you can see.
Get this shit figured out.
we don't practice this shit, chat, so we do it on air.
This is live action, so you know that we're
Yeah.
not fucking around.
Learning
Shows
in
and-
public.
Never
we say it
fucking
done
rehearsed.
professionally, you know that we practice it here.
This is live and direct.
The only topic we have for this evening is this wonderful game that Sequence has for us after hash time here. Some folks are still looking around. Painted Lady, I love that look you just gave him. He's had time to look while he's sitting there.
I have a small topic. In light of
Before hashtag.
We don't want to talk about your shoes, Red.
Red goes, I have a small topic. I think you can't, those words don't even work.
there goes the game.
There goes the game.
small hint.
It's all his fault, guys.
We went to a bookstore today. Well, yeah, we went to a bookstore today and doing some holiday shopping stuff.
I
Education,
love a bookstore.
which is the best gift. Yeah, I want to shout you guys out because Painted Lady in Sequence, because they gifted us this beautiful book by none other than Stamets.
Ooh.
We've
Growing-
had it
growing
here
and
sitting,
medicinal-
waiting
medicinal
to
mushrooms.
show off when we were like all talking and not all sideways and stuff.
Yeah, so I really appreciate that. That's just
I like that you're using your time on the top shelf wisely, guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
We do not have this in our collection, and this is definitely value added to the collection and to our minds.
Shit, I'm getting slid down to the bottom shelf again.
Feed the minds along the same, and so we got ourselves another little Christmas. We each got ourselves a book today, and
How many books did you get?
I got a couple books. Becca got a couple books. We got books for other people and all kinds of stuff. But along the same subject of author, I finally got Mycelium Running, which is how mushrooms save the world. Another Paul Stamets book.
Cool.
How mushrooms can help save the world. Yeah. So this is like, I think, one of his first books that he did, and it's very exciting. I've been wanting to get that one for a really long time. I've heard him talk about it and kind of go, so I kind of know the ins and outs of it, but there's a ton of information in it as well. It's super educational. Really excited to get into that one. It talks about the neural network of the landscape of the earth. You know, that is basically the fungi and mycelium, what's going on underneath our feet is concrete, but underneath the concrete deep down is hopefully fungi down there, and it's all connected, man. It's interplaying with the plants and the oxygen we breathe and everything. So it's very cool. Another small book that Becca picked out today was the Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs by Scott Cunningham. This is kind of one of those
kind of like see what you guys can grow and how you can use it in your
like a magic book, right? Yeah, for us,
herbs or herb?
Grow, but yeah, it's kind of like along the line of.
There's our game for the night.
Like this has the planet of the plant. It is a plant. It has some Latin names of the plant. There's folk names. There's gender, the planet, the element, powers that it may contain, and magical uses. So this is a little bit different. And then magical uses are either a small paragraph or sometimes a long paragraph, such as, where did it go? I have hemp pulled up. Hemp is one of the books. It goes from hemlock, okay? It's all alphabetical. Hemlock into hemp, which is really cool. There it is right there. And then hemp has the folk names of Choniver. I've never heard that one. Choniver, Gallowgrass, Ganeb, Ganja.
You better get these pronunciations right, or you're going back to the bottom shelf.
These are definitely more Eastern. Ganeb is probably.
What kind of stoner are you?
Gallowgrass.
Gallowgrass. There's ganja, grass, hanf, keef, marijuana.
Cannabis.
Never heard of weed. That one sounds from a while ago. Techrory and weed. Its gender is feminine, of course, as we all know the flowers of the female plant. But the planet is Saturn. The element is water, so it's a water element. If you get into other another book, the Green Witch, and there's some other things that kind of talk about some different things that have to do with elemental. What am I going to say? Forces and things like that, you know, earth, wind, fire, water, those type of things. And so anyway, powers, healing, love, visions, and meditation. And then the magical uses, it says the marijuana or hemp, as it was commonly named. I'm surprised it doesn't have cannabis listed. And it was once widely used in magic. Due to laws enacted during the 1930s, which restrict its use and sale, many of these practices are dying out. Here's a sampling of them. Hemp has long been used in love spells and divinations, such as the following: hemp seed spell. Take a handful of hemp seeds to a church at midnight, preferably just as midsummer begins. Walk around the church 9 times, sprinkle hemp seed as you walk, and repeat the following words, etc., etc. That's kind of the stuff that this book has. So it's pretty.
So you walk around the church saying etc., etc. How many times do you say that in a row?
Sounds like cult stuff.
I was gonna kind of occult stuff. Yeah.
Occult. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And then let's see.
My
This
guess
is
is it's
Scott
just
Cunningham.
like it brings stuff from all over sources, all kinds of sources, and
You do that in the wrong year,
No, well, there's paganism.
you could be in big trouble.
I like that. We should spread seeds all over the goddamn place.
Yeah, it's not necessarily evil, and yeah, I think that there's more forces at nature than what we know, and it's good to be aware of them all and understand them all. Personally,
Like I said when we got you that book, I'm glad that you didn't have it already, because you collect books and
they're very important, man. I love. I prefer to reference books far more than the internet. You know, it's analog. I don't know what it is.
I know what it is. There's just something about the smell of a book
Yeah,
Just opening a book and the pages, and I don't know, the glossiness of the
tangible information. It's
Yeah.
weird to say that, but yeah, it's something that you can like. You can put all of your senses into it. I mean, fuck, if you want to eat the book, you can eat the book, taste it, but you can see it, you can smell it, you can definitely vision it. You can vision it.
Hey, back in the infancy of things, man, we used to all print out pages off the internet and fucking save them and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
Map
before you
Fun.
realize I could just go back to the page again and bookmark this, and not have to worry about this bullshit. But transitions.
Uncle Lester's recipes, the Anarchist Cookbook, all the ones you had to get.
You mean those watch list books?
Watch list books. Yeah,
Those are watch list books.
yeah, the ones you can't. Dude, there's like a whole little like underground printing publishing agency that like did those.
Wasn't it Loom Panic? Isn't that the fucking old time? I wonder if that site is still up, man. LOOMPANIC.
Uncle Fester's old
Panic.
recipe. There's a couple of those things that
Uncle
still.
Fester's.
You're taking
yeah.
down early on this one.
No.
Nah, you know how it goes.
Sorry,
They gotta be watching. Come on.
I'm kidding.
I blew up my printer. I got a printer that just doesn't work anymore because I tried printing an old book, dude, like that, and it just fucking.
Oh
You think
lord.
the old book is what broke the printer?
Yeah, it's printing like 100 pages, so it just fucking died, dude. It just was not happening.
You'll have
Red, do you know that it's cheaper to buy a new printer than it is to buy new ink?
most of the time.
Man. Most of the time, yeah.
Printers suck. They're like the worst thing ever to have to go back there.
Remember when we used to be able to refill our ink?
Gutenberg rolls in his grave sequence.
Yeah, they're going back to that.
I'm a
Some
printer
companies, man.
repairman now.
No shit, we both were printers before.
Like little, they're just all so tiny.
What?
Printers.
Oh,
They're
I
just-
got a printer. It's just basic though.
Is it a dot matrix?
Oh, the one that goes.
I'm sure it's not Matrix.
Hell no, but I would love one of those.
With the paper on the fold.
I love the sound of those.
I
Especially
need
the-
that on a loop.
It's like
That one not so much, but the first one I would enjoy to be like my text message incoming notification sound would be fucking hysterical. I would laugh every time.
We need a soundboard already. See.
that would be a good sound for a text.
You have to like be
How
careful.
did it go again?
Printer shoots out and gives you a paper
Which
cut.
one? The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Sounds like Morse code, man.
It kind of is, but that's just the letters getting on there.
It sounds like
Whatever, because that's all it's printing. By the way, you're not
You're
printing a picture of your cat. You're printing words.
The hell
and
you
that's
say?
it.
What about the loading printer where it just loads for 20 minutes and just like all the wheels turn and
It's stuck.
cracks,
Oh, I thought you meant like it's gets
Oh.
stuck in the spool. You know what I mean? Like the job just sits there and just.
rolls, dude. It's right.
The cheap ones,
Schooling.
you turn on, and you sit there for 5 minutes as it goes, screw, and like warms up and moves everything 8 times, and you're like, are you ready? Are you ready? All right, here we go. And then it's like, oh, it's not ready.
And then the paper jams,
Not ready.
shut it off and do the whole
Uh,
thing over again.
Yeah.
That takes another
But good printers are expensive too. It goes from like cheap to mega
Outrageous.
expensive.
It's a racket is what it is. They make you go to the printing. They make
How
you go to
often
the
did you
printers.
have a printer?
You gotta
who's
go.
printing shit
There's
nowadays?
certain times I need a printer. When you're dealing with the government, unfortunately, sometimes you need the printer.
Yeah.
Be like, you gotta print this out and bring it. It's like it's
So-
2022.
When I pay bills, I print the receipts.
Nearly 2023.
Holy
Hash time.
shit.
Hash time. Hash time.
Said and entitled.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not even going to finish that sentence.
Hold on, because I don't
Hold
want
on.
to waste a piece of paper, and I could just show you it on my phone.
What happens when I
Jesus.
get the
You know how much easier it is, like in life, to just have pre-printed tickets when you show up at the fucking airport and all that, instead of everyone trying to get out their phone and they're standing there
That's-
in line.
Thank you, painted lady.
You're not mad at the hold on. You're not
Here's
mad at the
the paper.
ticket program. You're mad at the users. Those are
Concert.
shitty users.
Battery
When I went to the airport, I had that shit ready. Boom, there you go. Ding, I'm
Yep.
through. Send my bag through. Here's my next thing. Boom, ding.
And what if your phone just shuts off? It
Yep.
just shuts off.
I've watched the 80s and 90s movies. Oh, I forgot my plane ticket at the house. Doesn't happen when it's on your phone because you don't forget your phone.
But your phone shuts off. And sometimes they
Or
don't
you can
come
be
back
an
on.
adult, not to forget the fucking ticket.
You could have
Well,
bricked it on the way in.
I
man.
mean, it's just avoiding that.
Piece of
How many trees need to die so that you can
How
hold
many
a
more?
ticket?
How many more?
How many?
How many?
How many owl holes?
This is a pretty specific fucking issue. I haven't had to fly in I don't know how many years.
Opinion.
There's probably just
As we like to used to say, Spartan, right? Factual opinion.
Factual opinions.
Anyway, some things in life were a lot easier when you had pre-printed stuff, so you didn't have to.
I think
Concert
it's
tickets.
cooler though, because yeah, like concert tickets, you can now save them and then like
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, what are
like,
you supposed to
yeah.
do? Like take a screenshot.
Yeah,
Oh,
take a
here's the proof that I
screenshot
was
and print that
concert.
shit out.
Screenshot of my ticket.
Then go buy
Um,
an expensive
Dude, I
printer.
get so much freaking anxiety for going to shows because I can't print my freaking tickets or I don't
Dude.
have a people ticket. I'm like, what if
You know
I,
what?
what if I forget my phone? What if my phone doesn't turn on? What if I don't have, I gotta stand there, dude, I got a ticket, it's just on my phone. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? I don't have my phone now. You know what I mean? Some asshole shook
Red's being honest right now.
That's
people
happened to
ran
me,
through
Red.
line.
That happened to us at the last
That's what I'm saying.
comedy show that we went to, and Sequence bought us tickets to go see Arctic Monkeys on like a transfer type situation, and the seller transferred the tickets wrong, and the link doesn't work, and Ticketmaster isn't helping him,
No.
so he's paid all this money, and the fucking link's not working. And so
dude won't
guess what?
answer.
Guess what would have been a lot easier? A paper fucking ticket.
Paper ticket.
Mm.
What,
Yeah.
something you can physically
They could have
just
shipped
mail.
it on an
You know what would have been
Alpaca.
easier than all that?
Get it now.
Cash. Fucking cash.
Cash is king, Spartan.
King.
That's what I'm saying, Spartan. Remember all the good old days when you just advertise that shit on Craigslist or something?
Wave
then
your
you
money
go to the
around and
parking
make
lot,
shit
and we're like,
happen.
all right, give me the money.
Meet somebody behind home.
Yeah,
Make a
yeah, they
miracle.
pull out a gun and they go, give me the money.
I
Yeah,
need a miracle,
sometimes
Red.
Remember,
Risky,
you go to
that's a
Hudson's.
risky take.
You go to Hudson's.
Go to
you
Hudson's.
Ticketmaster.
Ticketmaster's never gonna rob you.
Oh yeah, dude. I used to
Bro.
go to Hudson's, man. I'm of the age. I
It's
used to
like
go to
30 years ago. Hudson's has been gone for like 30, at least 30.
tickets, man, and then it was
I
Macy's.
love that reference.
Baked, you only get robbed a small percentage of the time.
Well,
Ticketmaster
still
robbed you
usually get
100%
fleeced.
of the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or it
You
was
see, they not only
fees.
got Bad Bunny people too. So it wasn't just the Taylor Swift people. Now it's people trying to see Bad Bunny that they snap.
Just bring your cash outside the venue. There's somebody scalping tickets. Get yourself in. You'll be fine.
I just use the
Show up early
phones.
enough, and you don't got to play with the ticket game.
My phone usually
bypass
my
all. Yeah,
phone
get there
turned
early is the
on.
key.
It's called the Skilbo way.
the
Because
box.
then you get there early because then they have a handful of tickets. They don't have like just 2 or 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
And then
carry a
you fucking-
clipboard and walk through security, and you'll make it
Usually-
right in.
usually they
Just push
email you a
something through the
ticket.
fence, dude. Just, you know what I mean? Grab a wagon and just walk like you're supposed to be doing it.
Yeah.
That's what's
This
different.
is the Skilbo secret is if it looks like you're supposed to be doing it, you'll probably get away with it.
There's nowhere
And if
near.
you look nervous and dodgy like Red Setter Farm, somebody's gonna be like,
Oh,
"What's that guy going
Speaking
on
of
over
that,
there?"
we've
Take him
always
like a
wanted
dog.
to try to get into places with me
Somebody
and
call the dogs.
Spartan holding a ladder.
Yeah, I
We're
think
gonna
we
just
should do it.
walk wherever we want, holding a ladder. I think we
Yep.
could do it.
We should go up to Michigan State and just go into some class and like change a light bulb.
Pull the ladder.
Yeah, we should. We should try to get into a game that you want to get into.
Wear some sort of eyeglass camera and go change a light bulb.
orange vest.
Oh,
Orange
yeah,
vest.
dude. This reflective.
Yep.
That's
Well, we have a ladder, so it's really legit. That's what brought the
the
idea.
festival orange vest.
You have to get the orange vest, like Red's saying. Yeah.
cool box. Orange
The
vest.
high vis.
Hard hat.
I don't know about the vest, but we can do a hard hat.
Nobody wears a hard hat unless they're absolutely forced by OSHA to. So that's how you know it's official.
Yeah, you know it's
Union rules, bro. Union rules. You
If
got
you're
it.
not gonna do a vest,
Union
you
rules
have
is
to do
OSHA. Yeah, for
a
sure.
t-shirt fast.
And then when they say, "Hold on, I need to go get something,"
T-shirt.
you go, "I don't have time. This is in dire.
Does
This
a beer
stuff
gut
needs to
help?
be fixed now. I'm on.
Tucked in T-shirt.
We gotta go, man. We gotta go. Let's go. Let me in."
Hey, you just tell them upstairs that you're the one holding me up. That's going to be on you, buddy, not on me.
We have so many
Do you
bags.
carry a thing of fluorescent
Sir.
bulbs around?
Do
Going
you
there,
know
2/3 of the village people?
how much water a 1-inch pipe can spill out? Well, we got a
Hey.
3-inch pipe that busts up there. So
Hey,
every minute
yeah.
you keep me down here, that's 22.5 gallons of water spilling above our heads. So you
Yep.
just keep waiting
Yeah.
and keep us down here.
And then you tell them, I'm going to go get a coffee. And you just
Yeah.
get me. When they call down here screaming about me, I'll be over there getting a coffee. I've
Yeah,
watched
you let me
enough
know when this
18
floor
and MacGyver
floods.
and shit. I
Yeah.
know how to sneak into places with the fucking, the mild costume shit.
Yeah.
Nate is the number one role player of anyone that I know.
Yeah, I could handle that. We could get in wherever we want it.
You can literally walk in.
22 gallons of water was a good line.
If you
Yeah.
show up the first
He
day of
knows
school,
his shit, man.
any college class, if you want to get educated, you live close to a college.
Just go sit in there.
Just show up
Yeah, just
First
sit,
day
just sit down in class.
school and just show up for school.
Hell yeah.
They will not
Yeah.
fuck with you.
Yeah, dude.
The auditorium ones especially, you can get that.
Yeah,
over with.
that's what you have to look for is the auditorium
Oh, yeah.
ones.
It's the document that costs money. It's the piece of paper that costs money, dude. Yeah, dude, you can walk into I don't know, man. Maybe you have to have a pass to get into some of the buildings nowadays with electronic feed. That shit's all smart.
Oh, like U of M, you're not.
Little facial
Just
recognition.
watch the kids walking into you see the kid walk in, you
Facial
okay, they make things special.
recognition. You just use fake mustaches and stuff.
Yeah.
Throws it off completely.
I know back in the day, I mean,
Mustache
all the
is
lecture
for the
halls
men.
just wide open doors. No locked doors. You just walk into a lecture hall.
I don't think I could get away with it anymore with the beard, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what would work for Red and Becca, since they're both on the shorter side, is they could invest in the longer trench coat.
I'm tall, man.
You're not tall.
when I was going to college, I would go to other classes sometimes just to see what the fuck they were about.
Right, just go sit down.
Just go sit down. No, if you sit in the back or wherever there's an open chair, people don't give a fuck. Just don't sit right up front.
Why are we going to college again?
Just trying to get educated.
Expand your
wanna be-
mind.
Why not?
Learning.
Try to learn something,
Here-
Brad.
here- what they got
Learning,
to say.
man.
Are you against organized education?
Or you just going to make the party connections, right?
It depends. It
And
depends
get
on
that student ID discount, man. That's where the real sweet shit's at.
depends on what the curriculum is.
What if it's the history of frogs?
I would like that.
Like 3
I'd
flats
be
in the
into it.
spare.
I'd be into it.
Would you trust the information coming out of it?
Depends.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
The frog or the tadpole.
The thing that existed before.
Yeah. So what came first, the chicken or the egg? Is
The
interesting.
egg.
But I have
Oh,
I
the
have
egg.
solved
Yeah.
why did the chicken cross the road?
No, the egg one is solved. If you know genetics.
That's the egg.
See, he was going to Hudson's to get his ticket from Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
The let's see here. The amino acid came first.
What? How did this go with the chicken crossing the road, bro? You swerved
Yeah,
me in the
you
middle of a
asked us why
joke.
the
You hit me
chicken
with a
crossed the road.
knock joke and then went somewhere else with it.
The why did the chicken cross the road? He was in
Across the
fact
road.
yeah, so he was a rebellious chicken. He was the voyager. He was the one who needed to venture. He was
Wait a
the
minute.
explorer chicken.
Sequence, can you put them on the bottom row, please? That's the second
Yeah, hang
bad
on, let
joke
me
in a
pull
row.
up
That's a fail.
I have a reason for this.
It goes down.
This isn't
Let's
just
suck her down here.
we've gotten chicken scobo.
Oh, over here. There we
it
go.
goes. Oh, he's gonna keep baked in the last spot, though.
It's okay. It's
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Hold on. Because in a moment after I have my
That was a terrible chicken joke.
you're gonna get put. This isn't a joke. This is an explanation for why the chicken crossed the road. I'm not making a joke. This isn't another dad joke. Like
You swerved me 3 times.
this
Bacon.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me
Get ready,
twice.
because you're gonna have
Don't
to
get
put
fooled.
Brad
Yeah.
standing up on his soapbox.
Wait, you gotta go back on the top shelf after you hear why the road.
We'll be the judge of that.
The chicken crossed the road. He was the explorer, man. Now listen.
Yeah, we
listen.
heard this joke. It fell flat in a plate full of piss.
It's philosophy. This is philosophy. This is why the chicken crossed the road. In fact, chickens do not venture far from their home, their coop. They don't like danger. They don't separate from their pack very often. And so why did the chicken cross the road is in fact an anomaly to the behavior of chickens. So the chicken crossed the road for some other reason than needing to be with his flock, and that is for either banishment or exploration. And I vote exploration. I don't think he was banished from the flock.
He cursed the chicken.
But it didn't say rooster. Could have been a hen, so we don't know. But I think that he was an explorer chicken, and therefore, yeah.
So
Hold
on. If we're gonna do this, what if there was what you own a chicken? What's the chicken's favorite thing to like? You could entice a chicken with no matter what.
Food, vegetables,
Literally anything.
Yeah. What vegetable though?
It doesn't even have to be food. It could be something shiny. It doesn't matter.
Okay. That's on the other side of the road.
I hear, babe.
What if that's on the other side of the road? Maybe that's why the chicken crossed.
Maybe it crossed
and left its pack.
It's still gonna be
They're
like,
pretty
look at it might get halfway and be like, no, I'm fucking going back. And they food.
You got chickens and a road. We can test this.
How do we pivot from what came first, the chicken or the egg, and it got turned into crossing the
Right,
road?
that's what I'm saying.
Well, because he had a joke, but it wasn't a joke.
It wasn't a
It
joke.
wasn't a joke. but
It was a philosophical journey.
I think that
You realize Red just took like 3 minutes to explain that, in his opinion, a chicken crossed the road because it wanted to.
Because it's
Yeah, it was a
Dora the
rebel.
Explorer.
It was
Yeah.
Or
curious.
the explorer.
rebellious, curious. It is the why did the chicken,
Curiosity killed the
it's
chicken.
not a joke. In fact, it is philosophy.
Where's the map?
And back to which came
Is
first.
this Schrodinger's chicken, Red? Is that what you're really getting down to? Is that the
Was
philosophy part of it?
It was the.
Somebody get that
Well,
joke. out there.
here's another one. Here's another one. Why it left its pack. What if a predator was chasing it?
Mhm.
So across the road.
What if there's a hot chicken across the road, Red?
I can. Yeah,
Well,
we can.
Hen. It's a hen. That
I'd
would
say-
be.
And
they'd all be
thank you, sir.
they'd all be flocking together. Yeah.
There's a multiverse of chickens crossing the road.
Well, they won't be flocking until they cross the road. I'm just saying.
Well,
Those
once
flocking
one
chickens.
crosses the road, the other. Okay, hold on.
What if the chicken crossed the road because the flock crossed the road?
Right.
Maybe the flock did cross the road, or maybe the chicken crosses the road and then the flock follows, and then
Exactly.
the whole flock crosses the road.
It's the instigator chicken.
Now it's
The catalyst.
He's the catalyst. He's a rebel. The rebel. That's why he's the rebel. He's the rebellious. Gets to the other side. He's the first. He's the explorer. Damn it! There it is. That's it. And then everybody else follows. That's exactly what happened at the New World, didn't it? They explored, and then all of a sudden here we are, right?
Well,
Red
if
has
you don't-
spent 7 minutes trying to make this joke that wasn't a joke even better than it
he's been
was.
trying
And it's
to, like,
still
recuperate
There
it.
you
Oh,
go.
he's
Yeah,
gonna
you
move.
know, broken.
There's nowhere to go.
In between.
Shift over.
the failed joke.
I'm
Dropped a notch.
going to. Damn it! Now I can't talk. Not again.
I've been banished to the bottom row. I don't get to talk anymore.
No. Time to leave out the bad stuff.
I like this game sequence. This was a good game night so far.
Yeah, what was
Really,
the game?
It's musical chairs.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
the
we're
game.
doing.
If I keep going too deep,
Was it
things
trivia?
things get rough and rocky for the explorers. So you got to really, it's no
All
rough.
right.
Slow down there,
Gotta stop.
Vasco da Gama.
Gotta stop.
Let's have a dab.
Let's have a dab. There you go. Little tiny ring just for you back.
Well, that's what I mean, man. I mean,
Fell into a wormhole.
exploration is great. So now my philosophy, and now I'm thinking, because now I'm thinking the Romans were exploring.
Let me ask you this, Red.
Yeah,
Let
they
me ask you this, Red.
world. Go ahead.
If you had a button in front of you, every time you hit it, you would get $70,000. But every time you hit it, there's a 6% non-accumulating chance that you turn into a cloud. How many times would you hit the button?
Clown.
Oh, a cloud,
Oh, no, a cloud.
cloud or a clown?
CLOUD.
Oh, a lot. Yeah, a cloud would be cool. So I'd hit it all the time.
Okay.
You get 70 grand, give me a millionaire. I become a cloud.
Cumulus.
But yeah, dude. Look, check it out.
Cumulus
I become part of the
Well,
water.
I mean, how long are you a cloud forever.
Forever. It's forever. You're a clown.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, hold on.
6% chance, but it doesn't accumulate. So it's 6%
think-
every time you hit it.
And I don't think clouds have very long lifespans.
Well, that's
For me-
part of the water.
Yeah, I don't know if you're a conscious cloud or
30
whatnot.
times.
You're a cloud.
everywhere. You're basically saying that I
So
become
essentially, you're dying. In my mind. So
What
there's
do
a
you
6%
say?
chance you die.
I-
How many times are you gonna hit that button?
You say hit it
30
down.
times.
Dying
30
was a
times.
part of the option.
It is now. That's what
Well,
he's
you
saying.
become a cloud. So
For an hour.
No, I
however you want to view becoming a cloud.
don't hit the button.
For an
because
hour,
if
I would
I'm
do,
part of the
Becca.
cloud, I'm part of the water cycle. Therefore, I'm going to rain back down. I'm part of everything. I'm going to wash it
Yeah.
into the. I'm going to evaporate and do it over again.
Yeah, our bodies do that.
Or,
when we
but
die.
you're not a cloud once you're
Right.
water.
I might become deer pee that a shaman might drink, and that might kind of.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Were you a mushroom
Take
before
this-
that?
Common pee,
Or
yeah.
you just
Water
pee deer
sports.
piss?
The mushroom would release.
What about?
The
What about
Ganga
this one?
Mysteria?
All right, let's change it, Red. There's a 6% chance you'll be bald permanently.
I mean,
Whoa.
Yeah,
it's kinda-
I
Creeping
could never.
hairlines.
you got plenty of hair to worry about.
Hey, fuck you.
Being bald would be
Like
I
terrible.
want to talk to you, Skilla.
I would be. I don't know if I can
I
press the
forgot
button.
you're yeah.
I don't know if I could press the button fast
I-
enough. I would press
I
it
am-
a million times in a day. I'll be
Really?
bald.
You just say fuck it.
Whatever.
I'll be bald for 75 grand. Yes, all day.
Right.
Fucking bam.
Should I wear a
Keep
hat?
going.
I'll-
Okay, what's the cool?
You can wear a hat.
I wear lots of hats.
Living life as one of the follicularly challenged is not that bad, especially when you got $75,000 on a 94%.
You'd have more than that because you would have pressed it probably more than before you went bald.
There
You
go.
don't get money after you go bald, but once up until that point, you get 70 every time you press the button.
Right. I would be.
One
I would be pressing the
suggestion.
button until I was bald. However,
One
many times.
suggestion, which I as the referee, I went ahead and approved. You could pay for
Unanimous in this.
fake hair implants. So let's say you
Oh,
racked
yeah.
up,
The
500
Elon Musk
grand.
thing. Elon things. Okay.
You could go put some fake hair in after, anyways. But you better have hoped that you didn't only get 70 grand, then go bald, and it cost 50 grand or 60 grand.
Well, I'm calling the Bosley Institute, the Hair Club for Men. They're going to hook me up on a payment scale, and we're going to make this thing work, man.
Yeah.
I have an answer. I would push it once because I could go pretty long time with $70,000. I
Yep.
really don't want to be bald. Like I would
Yeah.
rather have.
I'm with you.
So
I like my luscious locks.
I was
in
just
times of emergency, 6%'s not that bad, but like
This is
pushing
a-
it might happen faster.
This
I
is-
would even
Becca,
do
how
it.
much
I would even.
you-
I would even include my beard in that, and I would.
What?
still
Your
do-
beard too? I wasn't even including beard hair,
we
so
should go body-
that's
we
nuts,
should-
dude.
I think we should say body hair and not head hair. Because
What about eyebrows, though?
Goodbye, back
Every
hair.
time-
Hello, 75K.
What if?
Good. My eyebrows would be tough to get.
If your eyebrows go
Yeah,
off,
everything
People
starts
don't have
going
a
away. You keep
I would
clicking it.
still- Yeah, I would still
People
risk
don't
it
have a
because
choice.
I could draw on some
hair, so
eyebrows.
we should just talk about body hair.
Tattoo that shit
Becca,
out
how
there.
much would
Yeah,
you?
tattoo. I
How
get
much would it
tattoos.
take for you to shave your head? Like, how much would it take for someone to pay you to shave it?
Chat, listen closely.
Babe wants to know.
I've gone with pretty short hair before. Like I've gotten cut.
we're
most-
talking GI Jane cover.
We're talking.
We're talking Skilbo.
What's the tennis player? Yeah, Skilbo, right there.
I have
Dude,
a
it's-
nugget head.
I
like when
would-
there's no hair, I
I-
look like a nugget. So
I
I'd
wanna-
rather not.
I want to hold on. Wait,
So
I just
how much? How much?
Scott, like you wouldn't
want to
do
off
it.
the topic because some people can't control
A
whether or not
billion.
to shave
A
their
billion.
hair. Just want to switch to body hair. No, I just
20,000.
topic for me. So I just want to switch over to a different topic.
$30.
The shaving head. I like to donate my hair to people who need hair and stuff like that. So I just don't want to like have this conversation about the hair thing and then the dynamics shift over into the reality where somebody actually has to shave their head. So like that's like the evil eye conversation. So just
Let me do it like this, Red. So on a 6% chance poll, you would look like Teen Wolf. So you would be completely fucking her suit,
Yeah, thank you.
like
Thank you.
cousin It
Yeah. There we
from
go.
the Addams Family. Would you pull
The other way
lever?
that
There we go. Yeah. Monkey Man versus
It's Wookfoot in that.
versus
Couldn't.
Monkey
Turn
Man.
into Sasquatch and have to live in the woods for the rest of your life. 6% chance.
Monkey Man versus Mermaid.
6 degrees of Sam Squatch.
You might prefer that already.
Well, yeah, but you have to leave everything behind. Chickens, whatever.
Oh, you could have chickens.
Sasquatches don't have chickens.
They probably eat them.
They eat them. Yeah. Okay, sorry. They have them, but not for long.
They're not.
Pick them out of their teeth. You gotta set up Sasquatch to turn the further north you are if you have chickens.
What?
Sasquatch chickens?
That'd be another predator for your chickens if you're up north.
Oh yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Well, how do you defend against that?
Yeah, you
What
definitely.
kind
know.
of fencing? What kind of fencing is that? Electric, I guess.
Yeah, electric for sure.
Just full 6-foot electric.
I think you've seen Jurassic Park.
I was literally thinking that thing. I was like, something out of Jurassic Park. I've played the games where you can.
I'm thinking Sasquatch is eco-friendly and vegan.
I thought
Really?
that the Sasquatch could do the super jump though, like the $6 Million Man. Remember when Andre the Giant was
What do you think could support their
Moonlighting
side
as the-
north?
I don't.
I think that there's some kind of protein in the wintertime.
Maybe pine nuts. Pine nuts.
How many pine?
That's
How many?
I can reach them.
I'm gonna Google how many protein is in a pine nut.
I think pine nuts.
A little bit, but not too much.
Get
There's
you.
not enough to.
Maybe.
Fish, maybe they eat fish. They probably eat fish. I mean, that's
Yeah.
1 cup
you go,
of
yeah,
pine nuts is 18 grams of protein.
Yeah, I'm
one
thinking-
cup though. That's you know how many pine
That's
cones.
a lot of pine nuts.
they're tall. They're
Yeah,
tall.
but how many pine nuts do you think you could gather in, let's say, an hour or 2 hours, 8 hours?
No, how many can you eat?
They could be pescatarian.
Oh, I
I
see what y'all are saying. You might get full.
They could eat some fish.
But what a Sasquatch? He might have a big stomach.
Would you eat a pine nut baked?
Probably not. It doesn't sound appetizing if you found it on the fourth
They're
floor.
so good. Toasted.
I'm
We'll
curious.
Toast it up.
Cooked. I thought you meant like, we're
You
walking
do a
along. There's a
olive oil?
pine nut.
What about drying out some pine nuts?
I might give it a whirl.
Your reefer. Do you think it would add a little
Give it
pine?
a whirl, huh?
Reefer and pine nut
Yeah, add a little pine nut to your reefer.
alpha pinene.
to smoke.
Yeah,
Can you,
smoke.
can you smoke pine nut?
I'm saying to dry the pine nut and mortar and pestle the I'm saying these words wrong, I think.
Muddle it.
Yeah, muddle it down with put it in your grinder if you want, and then your grinder will smell like pine.
No, I don't want to do that.
Or would it be pine sap? Just use straight pine sap. Put a little bit of
Out
that.
of a pine nut.
Maybe out of off the bark or the pine nut, or even out of the needles. Yeah,
We're not going to get sap out of the nut.
no, maybe off the other.
In my joint?
It comes out of, yeah, it's just any bit of the pine oil that you would get out of the tree on your joint. Or I'm thinking the nut. Sure, the pine nut. Yeah, dry out the pine nut.
I don't know. It might be. It might not be safe to smoke.
I'm thinking the nut would be the most concentration of pinene over but I don't know. I have
think
no
it's
idea.
those
Maybe it's the
pine
pine. You think it's the
leaves.
needles? I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
The real cheat
Oh,
code
yeah.
right now is just to
Nut's
have
not really a flower. I'm thinking the nut.
natural Christmas tree.
Before the nut, is there a flower? Maybe that has some pine.
Where's the pine cone in this equation?
The pine cone is a flower.
Discarded.
Early in spring, the pine cone's kind of like a flower. It's a pretty little like flower, right? And then over the season, it like kind of like hardens up and has little seeds.
I still
Well, I
think
was.
Speaking of pine cones, our Christmas tree ended up on the floor this morning when I woke up.
The cat.
Cats.
I don't know.
To the dog.
Cats
You
under the
do know,
stars.
Pele.
I don't
I'm
think
telling
so,
you right
man.
now, it was
It was
cats.
sequence.
Our cat took out our tree so many times over the years. It's cats.
possible, but I don't think because they've seen the Christmas tree before, and I don't know.
Did you
I think
have
it
the
just
burning
fell
bush
over.
back then, though?
Huh?
Did you guys have the burning bush back then? Because that's like really. I've been watching it the whole time. Every time sequence moves, it's like a bud is fucking on fire back there.
Yeah, that's the one that he decorated. Isn't it cute?
Mhm.
That's not the one that was knocked over, though.
No, that one was
Oh.
sturdy. That one was standing. It was,
Mm.
and that one could have easily been knocked over. But That's what
They're
I'm thinking.
terrified of it.
It could be
over,
the
so-
ghost you were talking about.
The ghostesses.
Maybe, man, it was not the greatest thing to wake up to this morning. I spent a long time putting that all nice yesterday, making it all pretty, and then half the needles fell off in the meantime. So, man,
Did any of your ornaments break?
Maybe it was a ghost cat. Maybe
Well,
I
I've
think
been
it was
playing
the
a
ghost
ghost
of the
game. I
chipmunk
can
that
give you
died in
tips.
the house. That's what it
I'll give you
was.
tips to track down a ghost.
it's probably a chipmunk that's been in here since the summertime.
Hiding out.
trying to find a hiding spot.
There
Yeah.
was a nest in there when we brought it in and we were setting it all up. I'm like, what is that? Is that
Oh
a
my
nest in the
goodness.
middle of it? And it was. It was a little nest that had
Out
been
there
in there.
destroying neighborhoods.
Destroy a fucking baby tree, and then you had to fucking
Yeah.
take a fucking home away from an animal too at the same time.
Believe me, I felt
Merry
terrible about it. I was like, don't show me. I don't want to know. If I had seen that when we were in there, or what, just anyway. I'm sure it was already like, cut and gone. I didn't choose that tree from the forest.
No, you just
Oh, yeah.
created the demand. That's all you did. You just created the demand for it.
Made a middleman out of the deal.
That's the circle
Talk about
of
Buzz Killington.
nature.
Buzz.
Now they'll just get replanted again.
Jay Patrick was talking about all the pine trees in his yard and them only having pine cones. So this time of year, they will only have pine cones. In the spring, they will exhibit what looks like something like that. And those are going to be, it's not a petaled flower, but that's a flower. And then eventually it's aromatic. You'll see bees and things flying to it, and it will eventually like turn into a pine cone. So in the spring, you will also see pine cones because they're still on the tree. They just all haven't fallen. It might take 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years for a pine cone to maybe fall off of a tree, but eventually it'll dry up. Eventually it'll fall. Sometimes it might need a fire to burn. Like pine takes so long to like regenerate itself. Like sometimes pine takes hundreds of years to like reseed itself because of, I'm over exaggerating on a lot, but like in theory, it could take that long to like regenerate itself because it needs a fire, or if it needs certain conditions to like redo. Pine is an incredible species, and there's so many different
Conifers, man. Conifers are the shit.
Say so many conifers. I love them. Fir, cedar. I mean, all that stuff is pest and pathogen resistant. I mean, it's great building materials.
Dude, the giant red cedar trees. I fell in love with those when I was out west, man. Those are fucking amazing. They're super tall, like sweet.
And that's what's so tough is they're so difficult to reseed. So like getting them, you have to like propagate them, and make sure that they continue to grow. You can keep growing and utilize. I say utilize them for the resources. Yeah, it's like the problem is we over commercialize the resources, and that's where the problems are. If we kind of would have like hobbied them, kept them small, and scaled them off, it'd still be of abundance. But you need to keep planting them out. I'd love to put some cedar and shit like that in my backyard, if not for me to utilize, but for maybe the next generation to utilize or something like that. So you might not get them now, but if you plant them now, somewhere in the future would get it. So
yeah, I got a 30-foot tall cedar at the side of the house.
Yeah, you utilize it.
Great, man.
It's, they're renewable for a reason. To renew. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love the small cedar too. And hey, I think it was like Future 4200 or something like that posted it. But I think it's a great idea about putting like all cedar shelving or something like that in your closet. If you're in an area, if you're in like an area where you're prone to like moths or anything like that might get up in your clothes.
Dusty ass motherfuckers.
Yeah. Pull instead of keeping mothballs or something like that, just go all out and build your shit out of cedar.
What would you rather smell, mothballs or cedar?
Oh, I love smelling cedar, dude. That's
Cedar for sure. And then you can serve some salmon on it too.
Hell yeah.
Is that honestly
damn good idea.
I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but is that really a problem? Do people really have Malls in your house that are even closed still.
I
What is this, 1926?
Yeah, people talk about them. It's like, yeah.
And at some point, I'm sure.
It's like I don't have moths flying around in my house. I just don't have that.
I don't know. I'm sure they've sprayed enough
I
pesticides
think
in
they
the air
go
at this point
after
that
wool.
that's not a
I
problem.
think they go after wool specifically.
So if you have natural clothing, it might be a problem. But a lot of people that have polyester, and so it's probably not going to be a problem.
I have some natural stuff, and I don't have a moth.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm thinking they've probably sprayed the air enough that there's just we don't need to worry about them anyways.
Dude, there's like
Either way, it steals from the point. It'd be a nice closet to make, and if you want to cheapen your costs, you can get the fencing. Cedar fencing is super cheap instead of cedar planking, which is milled and expensive. But cedar fencing is unfinished. So
Yeah, but moths can get right through a fence, Red. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
that's a good point.
Build your fences out of cedar.
They'll just fly over the fence, man.
Well, so
I don't really think this plan is airtight.
No.
you grow boxes out of them.
Can we talk about food again?
Are we doing a game?
You want to talk about food again?
Food.
I just ate an M&M. Is that the same chocolate sequence as Hershey's?
My vomitus.
I don't think so. It's a different company.
I love
It's
M&M.
delicious.
It is delicious.
It is.
We eat a lot of M&Ms over here.
I'm trying
Yeah,
not to.
I'm a big M&M. You guys like the pretzel ones?
But we like the
I mean,
peanut
I
ones.
do like them, but I like the peanut ones.
Peanuts are good. Peanut butter ones are
Then
good
you
too.
get protein. You know,
Huh? Oh
protein.
yeah,
it's
that's
good for
true.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. And now we're making Becca hungry.
Well, she
What
wanted
you
to
got,
talk
Becca?
about
Don't
food
you
and
got
didn't
some
say
snacks?
anything. Yeah, where's the snack game?
I don't know what I'm gonna eat, guys.
No
That
nuts.
was a rough sigh.
We need to go grocery shopping pretty bad.
Same.
Oh man.
We've eaten all of the good stuff. I'd like make a PB&J, I guess.
Yeah.
Must be nice to have.
PB&J's good.
Babe agrees.
Back in the day when you could go to Walmart right now, because it was 24 hours.
Yeah, all the stores are closed. So
Yep. Now it's like 1960 again.
Even Meyer.
Oof.
Hours.
Dude, shit used to
Walmart
close
might be
way
closed.
earlier.
We had a Walmart. It closed down.
You guys got a
You know,
entertainment place, a
closed.
go-kart place we gotta check out.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like just a huge building. Man, it's so big.
Yeah, somebody I know said they went there. It was
Aw, look
nice,
at her.
and they had been to the Lansing one, and they're like, it's a little bit nicer.
There's a laser tag right down the street from that also.
Oh,
Laser tag. Holy
Oh, we're gonna do
1990.
MBGS laser tag.
a-
Are you up for that, Skilbo?
You're talking about
Bring it, man. Let's go.
Pew pew pew.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, in the army in the 90s, they used to have this shit that was called, it was like their version of laser tag, and I think it was called Mars equipment. Don't remember what the shit stood for, but it was like a vest you had to wear. And then there was like a module that clipped on the top of the M16. And then you had to put blanks in the rifle, but you had to put this thing over the flash suppressor on the end so nobody would get fucked.
Wait, they did that on Malcolm in the Middle when Reese
Did
went
they?
to the army.
Okay, well, they
Yeah,
used to do
I
that.
think they showed those.
Yeah, man.
But
So-
yeah, that's crazy. Now I'm pretty sure they use airsoft. They'll just use like what
Why not?
legit airsoft guns and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good times. Good times.
I like laser tag. We had a place called the Laser Dome, and it was
My problem
like,
is all you guys like Spartan, Baked, and Sequence are all these like airsoft old heads and shit. Like, fuck.
I'm not airsoft. I had a paintball
you
gun.
play paintball.
Oh, you had a paintball gun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
He
That's
doesn't know what his
But I
way is
appreciate
out.
the compliment. Yes, I am fast, agile, quick, smart, strategic, and you get your butt pwned in that game. But
I was
Put him in
spending-
last
Oh,
place for
wow.
that. Just bumped him. Get out of here.
I love laser tag too. It's so fun to like run around,
Holy
but you're
shit.
not allowed to run. Usually they tell you like
Yeah,
Quicker than me. Quicker
it's
than
so
me.
lame these days.
you guys
Like,
all just walk briskly.
Miles gear. There you go.
laser tag was fun. I did it a few times, handful of times.
I think that's like 40 years old now.
I think it was too far for me to get to it.
Find a place.
Me to get
set
to
up a time.
paint.
oh, okay.
Do it.
Oh, it was too far for me.
Yeah, no.
I think we need parkour laser tag.
We can find it. I'm sure we can find a very nice
Or
place.
laser tag. Dude,
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Michigan right now.
We used to play paintball.
Right.
Me and my buddies on the farm, basically a bunch of farm boys.
Oh
We
yeah.
would drive out behind the cow pasture, and we had this little setup. There was just a forest, and we had an old car parked back in there, and we made a couple things to hide behind or whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Couple bales of
And
hay.
so we would send. I think there's usually around 6 of us at a time. So 3 people would go in, and they would defend like the car area, and then the other 3 would stand out. And then when you were ready, when you're set up inside, you would shoot to signal that go ahead and go in. And then the idea was the 3 would come in and storm the forest, and it was just elimination. It was always pretty fun though. It was really like got into it where I got like the kind of ghillie suit kind of deal with the leaves and shit hanging off of it, and I had some turkey hunting shoes so that they had the soft rubber soles so that you don't make sounds when you walk over sticks and shit. And I was sneaking up on motherfuckers at the end and just tap them on the shoulder and stuff.
Make him scream.
No, I mean we had rules when you're that close, you're not supposed to shoot. But if you tap them on the shoulder, they're out, and they usually appreciate it.
That's the throat slitting.
I did play paintball once. It was a lot of fun.
Did you do it on rollerblades?
No,
On rollerblades?
it was a course play.
On weed?
Rollerblades are pretty wild, actually. I did a lot of things on rollerblades, but no, like,
Rollerblade paintball could be fun.
yeah, that could be pretty fun. See that?
Sounds super dangerous.
Oh man, my brother got hit in the nards. He was in bed for days.
Like for
Oh, come on, you have to wear a cup. Why would you do something like that and not wearing a cup? It doesn't even make sense to me.
It was back in the day. They were cool guys.
That's really not cool getting shot. Nuts. Not cool.
Not cool.
He didn't think so either for a couple days.
Yeah, I had the.
No, laser tag sounds more my speed nowadays, to be honest. I don't know.
I want to
Yeah,
go
no
bowling.
contact.
My
I
speed
mean,
too.
I can remember.
Bowling.
bouncing
You still want to do
off
bowling baked? We can go
I
bowling.
want somebody to
Bowling,
open
yeah.
up a consumption lounge bowling alley.
Yeah, that would be
would be
That would be cool.
I would
Yeah,
go
you
You
there.
could just go and get some food. They have food, weed, and bowling.
That
The
would be
issue
dope.
is they can't combine that.
I know. It's just a dream I've had, and
Bowling with no food.
one day it might
With
come to fruition.
medicated pretzels baked. Just to
Oh,
jolt the lily.
Angry Baker or whatever. He has, yeah, we could do that.
There was a-
bowling alley
there
in
was a
town.
bowling
We also
alley.
have a roller rink and an ice rink.
We saw a bowling alley for sale.
Yeah, we do.
Couple. I think it was last year. It was like a two lane or a 4-lane. It was like a 2-lane.
What?
Yeah, dude. It was like a 2-lane little shop. It was for sale,
Oh,
like $100,000.
The biggest one, I'm sure it's for sale over there by Baked.
Dude,
By
it
his
was, I was like, it would
yeah.
be-
I think you need a whole new building for that one.
house.
It is decrepit.
It was a little 2-lane bowling alley, dude. It would have been the coolest like little event spot. We were like, dude, we should fucking get this. And we were like, we don't have money to get this, but it'd be fucking sweet if we could.
Dude, this one near me is like a full size 20 lane
Size
big
of a
old
fucking
thing. It's
Walmart.
just
It's
decrepit. It's been
Oh,
shut
yeah.
down for I
It
don't
used
know
to
how
be
long.
a bowling alley and a club, I think, or some shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That needs
It would
to
be
be
perfect.
Elbow
But
grease baked.
yeah, well now first you gotta get the guy that lives in the woods behind.
Yeah, there's a
Out.
little village. There's a little village in the back.
Yeah, he's literally built like a hobo town, and then you can work on the building.
Not great.
But it's a cool little building. It's just a shame. It's like It's like it's not like your regular architecture. It's like got
It's a
peaks
great
and
location.
domes. Yeah, big old parking lot. But
Huge parking lot.
Let's
I
all
guess
throw 5.
bowling went downhill for a while.
Let's do it. Let's all throw 5 on it, and we'll do our
Might be able to
consumption.
get it for fucking $20. Who knows?
All right,
Yeah.
on it. 10 each, and we'll.
Oh, flat, 10 flat.
Oh, they want $1 million for that lot.
Oh man, that's a lot. That's okay. 200K each.
It's hold on now. It's 34 acres.
A 34.
Damn, 34
all
acres is
kinds of
fucking
shit.
huge.
All right.
With,
all right.
yeah,
It's a
the
huge
parking
lot.
lot's huge.
All right.
Just gotta develop it a little.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So business.
Oh yeah, you get. I just realized what you get. You get the woods behind it,
What,
next
dude?
to it.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
know
dude.
Man,
we know
that's
what's
what
in
that
the
is.
woods behind it.
So here's what happens, Rev. We fix that sucker up. We get it running,
Homeless.
and behind you just compost and close loop the hell out of it.
Dude. Yeah.
You
Greenhouse.
gotta get all the I
We
don't
got
know if I
34
trust
acres.
Turn all the
soil
bodies
there.
into compost.
Yeah, the soil out there is questionable, man. It's
Dude, that's
lot
a
of latex
We're gonna
probably.
rejuvenate it,
vertical-
Spartan.
that's a
That's our
vertical micro
mission.
operation, dude. That's a beautiful vertical micro business. Imagine a micro business with a social consumption lounge with a bowling alley
And we can fit mad solar panels on 34 acres.
and a greenhouse.
Oh, it's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Sequence
What
knows how
county
to build one.
is it a legal zone? Probably not. They're gonna tell us no, motherfucker.
Yep,
Yeah. Get the permit. Let's roll.
I'm working on it.
All right. We all need 200 grand. All right. So
Captain Buzzkill with our
Yeah, Dave Martin in chat. Go fund me. Bowling alley weed grow.
there we go. We need a GoFundMe set up. We can get a bowling alley weed grow set up for a couple $100,000 each.
Farm.
Bowling alley weed farm, micro business, social club.
Bowling and bongs.
We would need a micro business license and a social club license, and hopefully you could stack it.
and a
Yep.
bowling operating license.
Oh, bowling operator's license. Of
So the
course.
first thing, don't we have to change the law so we could do it?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna need
Yeah.
a
Join
lot.
the union.
Yep.
We need to
We need
lobby
lobbyists.
the bureaucrats at the township, and then we all have to pass background checks.
This is turning into a whole bunch of work.
Give me background.
I just wanted to
My
fucking roll some
background
fucking balls
looks
and fucking-
fine, so I'm sure I'll
Yeah, well,
pass.
if it's worth doing, it's worth.
Actually, me and Baked have actually already for sure passed the state mandated background check.
Oh yeah, I was just saying mine's fine. It's
Oh, yeah,
like brick.
My background is fine. You're already in the bottom
Okay.
row there for the dad joke. But
Oh,
It's
it's
okay.
we
It's
got
nice
we
down
got
here.
sent down.
yeah, I got friends. What's
We
up,
got-
Red and Becca? I think I go this way.
bottom shelf life.
Yep.
That's cool, man. We're all good.
Rusty.
Yeah, if somebody
Oh,
knows
yeah.
a good bowling alley, maybe we could do a
Rusty
little
Hills
get
just said
together.
how many grow rooms you can have in a shut down hotel. That sounds interesting. You can have all kinds of different flower rooms, bedrooms, mom rooms,
Every shutdown hotel I've like known about, like
plumbing in every
it's
room
caught on fire.
and drains. There's a toilet in every room, so there's a floor drain.
Okay, so you don't have like a couple rooms.
Man, that restaurant we went to in the insane asylum was cool.
That's weird.
Ooh, that could be a cool grow house.
Like it was the old insane asylum.
Yeah,
So like like bad things went down there.
probably.
Sitting there having a meal, enjoying yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I enjoyed myself so
That's-
much. going
That's
back.
how you get a curse.
Was
That's
that
how you
Noah?
get a ghost or a curse. No wonder your tree fell. No wonder your tree fell. You guys need to sage your house. You need to
I-
do something.
Smudge
I
it.
did that already.
He could be right. Was this up north? Was it up north or was it back here?
Yeah.
Was it out this way?
Up north.
Out
No,
this
this
was old insane asylum too.
I
What,
didn't
what's,
know.
It's the Trattoria Stella.
what's the history on that place?
Um,
I don't
can
know.
we? Let me see. Baked.
okay.
You on
I
it?
was gonna say, how do you spell that?
Yeah, baked.
TRETTORIA.
TRA.
PRE. Sorry, again.
TRA.
Trattoria Stella.
Hmm.
There's a hotel in Muskegon that looks like a big old haunted hotel, and it has a history of being haunted and all this stuff, but it was built like 3 years ago, and it's brand new.
Here we go. Tutorial Stella. Insane Asylum. Oh, let's see. All right, Sharon. This looks like an informative website. It's not
We're going
porn,
in
I
blind.
swear.
Is it Wikipedia?
No, they don't really have a Wikipedia. I didn't see. Usually it comes up first.
They have their own website.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, you would think that might come up. Oh,
Click
let's
on the
delete.
right, under their name, click website.
Oh, I see. Over here is the restaurant.
Got to explain Google to these older folks.
Yep.
Stella?
I don't see any. They don't have any info on it though.
Oh,
But
yeah,
they, what are they? Yeah, Italian. Some pasta.
Oh yeah, man.
So it's on an insane asylum. Found under, I don't know. There's not a lot of info on it.
Right there, it says people search for history.
We're on the thing
Explain
I'm
in
on.
Google.
It says it's the best underground restaurant in Michigan. Is it literally underground, or like do they mean like
Well, they said the other one said it's underneath the hospital.
There's
Subterranean.
cool pictures.
That's where we waited for our table.
Oh, okay. Were you on this bench?
Just about. We didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't sit right there, but yeah.
This is how you eat? You're
That's
probably eating where they tortured people.
Those are the alcoves where I was talking about, where they had each table was like their own. It's
Man.
so cool.
Yeah, it's like a little cubby. That's really
yeah.
creepy.
oh yeah, those
That's
were
where we were
It's
seated.
called a
We were
cell.
seated right
Those
there
were-
at that table on the right. Right there. Yep. That's where we
Cool.
were.
that place looks cool, man.
Yeah, oh,
It
you
was
get pizza.
Delicious.
Awesome.
Dude, you know they
Oh,
have
that's
small
definitely an insane asylum. Look
small
at that.
people in that basement. That's what that was for. That's what that basement.
Yeah, you guys need to get
More.
a priest or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Small, did you?
You're definitely cursed.
Oh,
No.
Carol Ann.
Whatever.
You can bring the poltergeist home with you,
Well,
man.
Yeah. It looks like, yeah, it looks cool.
Maybe
Yeah,
she'll
I wonder,
have
if they,
dinner.
I wonder if they did tours or anything.
They
of
do.
it.
They do tours. And
Yeah.
and that whole thing is like shops and everything too. There's
Oh,
it's
okay.
all
So-
converted into this place. Excuse me, this place called the Village. The Village.
Yeah.
The Village, and then it was just a whole bunch of like different shops, and I think there were other like food places and stuff too. But that place is just beautiful. It's so beautiful up there in Traverse City, just in general. So
for girls
if
who
you
got
get a chance
planned,
to go up there.
paintball and TC, then Stella's. Go in there all covered in paint.
It was so good.
The menu looks delicious.
Good.
It looks good, like good food. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. The oldest insane asylum near us, the one in Metro Detroit, is Eloise. It's over on Michigan Ave, and like I don't know, it's like Inkster or Garden City. I'm not sure which city. Maybe it might be Wayne or Inkster, one of those cities. It had a hospital underneath and the whole nine. It was a whole subterranean city where people that worked at the hotel, at the asylum, and all kinds of stuff lived, and all like there were stores and all kinds of shit. It closed down in, I don't know, man, the late 80s, early 90s or something like that. And for the longest time, people were breaking in there, and like I knew a ton of kids in high school that would like go like randomly like wander the tunnels, and there's homeless people down there. There's a lot of like people down there doing drugs.
Variables. A lot of variables.
There's a lot of variables down there and shit like that. Rough spot. I never ended up going down in there. I knew a lot of people who would go in there and just wander that. And for a long time, half of it was still active as maybe a hospital or something else that had it. And then it eventually shut down within the last 20 years, I think. And then it reopened it. And it's been open for like Halloween, not as an asylum, but for other stuff. They do other things with the land now. And they reopened it for maybe I don't know what it is. I don't even want to say what it is because I have no idea. I think it might have been a hotel or something like that. I don't know. It's not a hotel. They're doing some other stuff.
Yeah, don't stay at that hotel.
It is a haunted house in the fall, so I don't know what else they're doing with it, but they might be doing some other stuff with the grounds. But it's a very large area. It was all like just surrounded by like industrial wasteland. You know what I mean? Like that whole west suburb out of Detroit is just all has been industrialized for I don't know 200 years, something like that. As the suburbs. So there's just a lot of garbage.
Red, would you stay at a purportedly haunted bed and breakfast?
Yeah, I think I would. I'd stay at one of those. If that Eloise turned into a hotel, I think I'd want to go and stay there and check it if they did something like that with that. I'd
Like it's looking at you dubiously.
No, not with you, not with Becca, I guess. I don't think I'd stay there alone. That'd be weird. I'd rather share the experience with Becca, but no.
I get freaked out about
Terrified for two?
Would you stay at the hotel from The Shining?
No.
The Overlook?
Yeah,
I mean,
think
it's a
that-
movie.
Yeah.
It was just a movie set.
Depends on what room you're sending me to. If you're sending me to that room with that old woman that's
238?
238, yeah, that room. No.
Becca, would you do a polar plunge?
Yeah, I did. I've done like that type of like wake up thing before. Yeah. So at the camp that I went to, we would in the morning, it wasn't that cold, but it was called like the polar plunge, and that's like the closest I got. But we would go and jump in the lake first thing in the morning just to like get that like the shock. Totally.
Dude, speaking
But I never wanted to do it because I wanted to sleep in. So I like would do it if I was forced. But yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of asylums, what's that movie with oh shit, never mind. I'm not even gonna I'm gonna have to think about it for a second. But Robert Downey Jr.'s in it. He plays a reporter.
Woody Harrelson is in that. It's Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers. Yeah. That's one of my favorite asylum movies. That's actually one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite, like, let's say, like thriller twist asylum movies type things.
You guys got there pretty quick. You're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. Still probably seen that one a few times.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
We wanted to talk about food, and Becca just now we're talking about haunted houses and all kinds of crazy shit.
Scary
I'm
stuff.
still wondering what the fuck this game thing was about. It
know.
was over now.
Right up against the wall, almost, man. You know he's not going to be here next week to be the game host we need.
So the way that went down was, I don't think there was a game planned. I think that we were so
But
excited.
it was Why Did the Chicken Cross
We were
the
so
Road?
excited that Sequence was staying all night that we forced a
Right.
game onto him. And yeah.
He's the one that brought it up to us yesterday.
Oh, he brought it up. I
Well,
thought
I did not.
Becca brought it up. Becca was like, "So there's gonna be a game?"
I think I said it. Yeah.
Yep.
I do like games.
And so we got excited for the game. Even though there wasn't a game actually planned, the game was, is this a game show or not?
Question mark.
Because Baked has now left the chat.
Disappeared. His background.
We could play some Would You Rather for the last 5 minutes.
You
Run
got it? Got any?
Yeah, we got 8 minutes. That's plenty of time.
Okay.
Painted Lady looked up some would you rather questions.
Hmm.
Who wants to do the first one?
Just pick somebody. Skilbo.
Skilbo does.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Skilbo, would you rather have an incredibly high-pitched voice or a really deep, manly voice?
I'm going to
Ooh.
go with the deep, manly voice.
You already have that. That's
I think that was for a woman.
Oh, okay.
Somebody else needed.
Then a high falsetto voice it is, apparently.
Would you rather have to be naked at work for an hour or be dropped off 2 miles from your house while you're naked and have to try to get home?
Ooh.
they're gonna let me work naked for an hour, I'm gonna do it. If they're gonna allow it, yeah, that's way better than going 2 hours.
Depends what your profession
Yeah,
is. If you're like a short order cook working the fryers, I don't know if you want to work naked.
it
I'll
works
just-
for
Especially if
sure.
you're doing like fried chicken and shit. Mm-mm.
Well,
I like being
well, my-
naked, so I'll take the 2 hours naked and not have to work.
you still have to follow OSHA and food safety laws, Scuba, so you have to wear an apron.
You have a cod's piece, if nothing else, right?
You have to wear like a beard net, hair net over your nether region.
Would you rather smell like cheese, which has been left in the sun, or a hamster cage that hasn't been cleaned for a month?
Yikes.
Cheese.
The cheese. Hamster cage sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It was a month.
go with the hamster
Wait,
cage.
not
We're
smell
gonna
so bad.
use deep bedding on the hamster cage.
Cool.
It's not gonna be that stinky. So yeah, hamster cage.
It's still gonna be
Cedar.
It's a
The
month.
smell is still gonna be piss.
No,
That's
not necessarily.
Ammonia.
Not with deep bedding.
I got a good would you rather if you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Sure.
All right. Would you rather fuck a cow and nobody knows but yourself?
Oh, I've already answered this question.
Or, yeah, Spartan's already answered. Or you never fuck a cow, but everyone you know knows you as the cow fucker. Like, they think
that you are.
fucked a cow, so you're the cow fucker. Your kids know that you're the cow fucker.
Everybody call me
B,
the cow fuckers.
B, I don't care. Call me the cow fucker, but I'm
See,
not.
that's what. Okay.
'Cause I'm not fucking a cow.
Like the
All right.
episode 1
That's what I answered because I said I give a fuck less what everybody else
Yeah,
says.
yeah.
That is what I know.
episode,
Exactly.
like your episode, but he fucks a pig.
Baked, would you rather be vomited upon or would you rather step in dog shit? Would you rather?
Step in dog shit. Are you kidding? You're gonna
wanna-
vomit on me?
All day, yeah.
Well,
No.
Let's see.
I'll
here.
step dog shit barefooted. not get vomited on.
But I got the response I wanted. I'm the, ugh.
Yeah, because now I'm picturing it's like, get the fuck out of here with that. You can vomit anywhere you want. You're gonna vomit on me? No,
No.
that's gross.
Yeah,
The
sometimes
fuck?
it just happens, man. Sometimes you experience both of those in the same week.
I'm a big vomiter, and when I drink,
Sometimes-
and I've never
sometimes-
vomited on somebody.
My favorite is walking down to let Diogi out, and he had been down there whining for a long time already, and I stepped barefoot into a pile of his mess that was not solid.
Whoa,
Oh,
No.
that was a rough
That's
one.
what I meant, Red. Yeah.
That
is
was-
it at least warm?
yeah, that one was a rough one. But I most certainly stepped in dog dookie this summer, and also the fun ride of the top
When whoop footing goes wrong.
windows down, and Becca gets sick, and the ride home was a fun ride.
That was a great party, though.
He is never going to let you forget that, is he?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Damn.
it's like, I know, man.
It's fine.
It
The
was
truck's
gross.
clean. It can be cleaned. It's okay.
He's twitching his eye.
You're just gonna keep bringing it up, though.
You know what Becca wants for Christmas? For you to never fucking bring that up again.
Yeah,
You're here.
there's one coupon for never bringing that the fuck up
Look,
again.
he's doing a little dance.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I hate throwing up so much, man. I was like, do you still love me?
Fortunately, rarely.
Oh no.
I mean, I had to pull over because
I
like
felt
I was
so
gonna get sick.
Right.
Road.
Yeah.
Fortunately, like there was a rest stop, and we were able to clean it all up almost immediately, so it wasn't anything.
Not great.
It wasn't the best, but it was.
It happens.
It happens. Yeah. I most certainly stepped in dog shit, and I definitely stepped in it with my bare feet. And
Have you stepped on a fish?
I stepped on a hairball.
I have stepped. In it.
Ugh.
They've
What?
like
What?
man, like running around
What?
with a kid. They stab your feet with their little sharp pointy things in the back. I mean, not yeah. I mean, like I've
Those
like,
syphilitic hairs, Red.
more like kicked a fish, not like intentionally kicked a fish, but like yeah, like stepped on a fish.
Yo, get the
Would,
fuck out of
would
here.
you rather fight a bear-sized duck or a duck-sized bear?
A
bear-sized
bear-sized
duck.
duck, for sure.
Or a
Bear-sized
duck-sized
duck.
bear.
Oh, a duck-sized bear.
Duck-sized bear. I'm punting it.
That's
Yeah.
No. I want to see the bear-sized duck.
Ooh.
Well, we're gonna have to
Bear
see it
Side
next
Duck
time.
forgetting it,
when
you're
we Hunger
forgetting it.
Those are gonna
Cruise
fight each
Sunday
night.
night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Bro
Kick.
Show Live.
Clarity Science, 10 p.m. Thursday. We'll see you there.